Yeah, 3, 2, 1. We're live, boys.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. You're watching Star-Crossed Horizons, where you cannot have a countdown.
3, 2, 1. You're live. We're live. Live.
Oh.
We're throwing
Everyone
copper.
watching is live.
We're throwing copper.
Throwing copper.
Worst strip club ever.
I think I have the stream up, but it doesn't seem to be.
I had to refresh it.
Oh, okay. Anyways, we are about to play some Star-Crossed Horizons, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign, set in Galarian, homebrew. We're having tons of fun. Probably everybody's going to die tonight. But maybe not, because they might just sit around and do downtime for 3 weeks. I don't know.
I would rather do that than die.
It depends who shows up.
It depends who shows up.
If Dom shows up,
we
we're
need
good.
more people to show up. Yeah.
If Tucker shows up, we're good.
Yeah, I think you guys are fine.
We need a casty boy for sure.
But to get it cranked up, I did have an idea
I saw that.
for a discussion question.
Not just another pretty face here.
I missed it. What happened?
Captain Wesley is also a caster, and he went,
Oh.
Well, I mean, that wasn't you.
Right. A
That was
caster
a
that's
lie.
useful to the party,
Acting.
Ooh.
Well, just because of that one last
Acting
session.
caster.
Acting caster.
"Are you a healer? You cast the heal spell."
Thespian caster.
That's being cast.
Thespian.
Just because my bond modes fell short.
Listen, anytime, any age,
Yeah.
It can
It
happen
can
at
happen
any
at
age.
any age.
anyone.
Yeah. Anytime.
He plays City.
Right.
So,
But no, I did have a hot discussion question for us, a sizzling topic for us to sink our teeth into, as if it were a thick but with a nice crust on the outside Arby's beef burger. The question being, in the universe of Galarian, which I don't know how much you guys know about the religion of this setting, where do you think your characters will go in the afterlife after they all die tonight?
We're not dying tonight. Stop putting that mojo in the universe.
Quit trying to call it.
Listen, because you're the GM and you can control if we do or don't die. Stop saying we're going to die.
Wrong fall. Got him.
I
Give me
can't
a
wait till
second.
I'm GM your campaign. You're going to die before you even level 1. Twice.
But yeah, as a gist of how it works, basically you die, your soul is carried via the river of souls into the boneyard, where you wait for Pharasma to judge you. And after she judges you, typically she sends you to one of the outer planes. And that's usually based on like alignment, or whatever.
We don't have alignment anymore, GM.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
right.
anathemas, and edicts.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Now she sends you based on your anathemas and your edicts, I guess.
So-
I don't know.
This is
You-
kind of
you're
like
eating a
commonplace
what?
knowledge.
Yeah. This would be like your characters would be familiar with the lore, the legend of.
No, what I was going to say is it's more like how in our life we would think of Christianity kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. Going to hell.
So it's like
or-
the most
yeah.
common hell or heaven type thing.
Right, but they have a bunch of different ones, like, I don't remember all of them off the top, but like, for example, Elysium, I think, is where you go if you're lawful good. Is that right, Chris, or is that neutral good? Can't remember.
Thought that was chaotic good.
That
That's
can't
a
be
gladiator.
right.
No, chaotic good was like the kind of primal.
Yeah.
Primal, yeah.
Let's see. So there's Elysium, Heaven, and Nirvana.
Heaven, I think, would be lawful good. Nirvana is neutral.
Yeah. Elysium is chaotic. Yeah. Chaotic good. And yeah, you're right. Heaven is lawful good. Nirvana is neutral good. And then the lower planes. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was about to do a bad taste joke.
Okay.
They were
Yeah,
they were neutral good until he got a hold of a shotgun.
Oh, good lord!
Hmm.
I don't
Wow.
get the
Gonna
joke.
need-
Too soon, Chris. Too soon.
Anyways, Abaddon, which is the neutral evil. You
Which
got
is where I'm probably gonna.
Yeah, see you later.
you've got
Yep.
Hell, which is lawful evil, and you've got the Abyss, which is chaotic evil.
What was the first three again, by the way?
They were Elysium, chaotic good,
Mine.
Heaven, lawful good, and Nirvana, neutral good.
Now those are the actual ISO Pathfinder ones.
Yeah, those are in setting. Yeah.
Well,
And then you have the neutral ones are Axis, which is lawful neutral, the Boneyard, which is neutral, I think.
Baby.
That's
Go
just
to
that's
the
Pharasma's
Boneyard.
domain. And then you have the Maelstrom, which is chaotic neutral.
oh well, we know where Taven's going. He's
Yeah.
going to the Maelstrom.
Maelstrom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Bromir. That's a toughie. I don't feel like, with his past and being more like a wandered soul, I feel like he would be more on the good side.
I almost think Heaven for Bromir. He's pretty lawful. You've played him pretty lawful.
Pretty lawfully as a pirate.
Despite my best attempts to corrupt
To
you.
corrupt
Listen,
him.
your
Yeah.
evil tendrils, has been rubbing off on him here in the past couple of episodes. He's been a little bit more chaotic. Maybe it's in the water. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Yeah, I think it's probably like a heaven.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how and that's the interesting thing is like, obviously if your character doesn't die, then they may go on to change. Like maybe he'll become more of a chaotic good figure in the future. We don't know.
So
yeah.
you're wanting to know this because even if we do die tonight, we're gonna keep living our character through in the afterlife is what
Yeah, we're all
Split
gonna have to
campaign
meet
party.
up.
the living and the dead play simultaneously. That's
No,
what you're
that wasn't what I
Okay.
had in mind, but that's an
I like
interesting
that.
idea.
Yeah, I like that. Put a pin in it.
But yeah, put a pin in that one. I don't know. I mean, I was kind of thinking, that's one thing I've noticed. Sometimes people do, and sometimes they don't. Like, kind of have an idea, like if their character does go out, like some kind of tiny little scene you can have, like as they die. Are they having is their life flashing before their eyes, or are they, imagining something, or what is their, how are they going out? But so that's why I wanted to kind of give you guys a starting point to think about, like, where is your character heading if the worst happens? And then, if it does, maybe you've come up with some ideas. So
you're done with the campaign, aren't you, Dev?
no, I'm not done. So let's go to Wesley, because we know. Yeah, B-Will, did you want to expand on the Maelstrom at all, or?
Well, I mean, I just Taven is a follower of Callistra. Her edicts are pursue your own personal freedom, seek hedonistic thrills, and take revenge, which I think he's been following pretty well.
Yeah.
And Ethem become too consumed by love or need for revenge, let a slight go unanswered. None of that's really been a problem. I've been keeping him trying to be close to as neutral as something can be, so I don't see him really going anywhere else unless he just has a moment before then. But I doubt that's
As a come to Ioma Day moment.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, let's go to Wesley. Wesley, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at his core, he has a good heart. I think tries to do the honorable thing. which is, sometimes that can be kind of difficult as a pirate, but
Right.
he is really, I think, starting to get a feel for it, for his piracy style, if you will.
Mm.
But I don't, he's not opposed. God. He's not opposed to. If that's going to be the default. Try that again. Turn it there. Okay, sorry. They didn't want to blow our viewers' ears out.
Whoa.
So he's not opposed. He's not. He's not opposed to getting his hands dirty, if you will, doing the wet work, whatever. He doesn't have a problem with that. Especially when it's necessary, and if it's somebody who deserves it. But he does have a very strong independent streak, I think, similar to kind of like Taven. I think that's why they mesh well. Maybe not to the same extent that he does, but he's a strong believer in personal freedom.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean,
I could see it anywhere in that quadrant of chaotic good, neutral good to neutral chaotic, neutral.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I mean, I think the way you've played him so far, I mean, honestly, I don't think you've done all that much that's chaotic, other than just the act of piracy itself, which I guess you could say is kind of inherently sort of chaotic leaning. But like a lot of the time, you offer people to like join the crew, and you're good on your commitments. You make good on your commitments when you do that. You don't ever you're not wishy-washy in that way.
He does he does like to stick to his word. Yeah, if he says he's going to do something, he does his best.
Mm-hmm.
Pirate with a heart of gold.
So, yeah.
Sounds like I don't know. Sounds like I guess we're gonna have to play Wesley a little longer just to see where he goes.
Wait a minute now. What about
we got 3 hours?
Oh yeah, he gets 3 more hours and then he's in.
You said, did you have more to add for Bromir, Gribbs?
That was really it, honestly. It's he never really had that connection to anything. Honestly, he never really thought about the afterlife so much. He was so busy with his own personal issues when he was younger.
Right.
Hell, even where he was going to find his next meal, for that matter, until he found the circus, and they were their home. And inherently, I don't think the circus has any afterlife. I have maybe storytellers and
or just pure chaos.
Well, for the most part, but man, they do have a heart of gold too.
Dom, the question was, were you here for the question? I don't.
Good question.
Yeah, just hit me with it again.
I'm going to give you the question, which was, what do you think, where do you think Svalder will go in the afterlife in Galarian? Which, I don't know if you're familiar with the planes. We did a quick rundown of them, but basically, you go to the Boneyard, Erasma judges you, and then she sends you to somewhere, wherever is appropriate, usually one of the outer spheres. And there's basically one for each of the alignments, So 3 good ones are Elysium, Heaven, and Nirvana. The 3 evil ones are Abaddon, Hell, and the Abyss. And then the 3 neutral ones are Axis, the Boneyard, and the Maelstrom.
So, and I really haven't thought about it that much, but there was like a small hook that I was thinking about on running by you eventually, in that the these deviant abilities that we all acquired going through whatever it was that happened to us going up here in the shackle essentially has left a mark on all of us, and in Baldur's case is a mark from one of the elemental lords as
Ooh.
either like a beacon or something that is essentially kind of locked Baldur's soul to them essentially.
Branded.
Kind of, yeah.
If it's the plane of fire. If it's not the plane of fire, we'd have to come up with a different name for it.
Well, it is named after one of the fire elemental. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
So you're thinking maybe you would be one of the weird cases that doesn't go to the outer planes. Maybe you go to the plane of fire to serve your elemental lord. Do you think maybe I don't really know the specifics, or if there even are any, of could you go to the plane of fire and become a fire elemental or something like that? Similar to how if you went to hell, you would become some kind of devil, right? If you went to the abyss, you would become some kind of demon.
Right. From what I understand is that when Pharasma judges you, your soul is essentially reincarnated
into something
else. Yeah.
Something appropriate for the target environment.
Which Baldur's never been like a religious person. A
Mm.
lot of the people in the I can't even remember my own backstory. In the land of the Lenorm Kings generally are, somewhat religious in some way, whether it's like Abadar or Calistria or Hunt guy, Aristil.
Yeah.
Not Gorham. What are you talking about? Gorham's dead.
Who's that? Who is that?
Is he dead yet, or is it going to happen in the War of the Immortals?
It's written. They have the APs out for it. But yeah. No spoilers here.
Right.
I saw some people were complaining about the way it went down, which, people were going to complain no matter what happened. Personally, I think it's a cool idea to have something like that, but I always just loosely base my stuff on what's canon and just say F the rest of it. So, I'm not terribly worried about it. If I wanted to keep Gorham, I would just do that.
Yeah.
What? Gorham's dying?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the canon event, is that Gorham is getting killed.
Yeah, canon.
It's that Goram cannon.
Gorham.
That's how we die tonight. Goram appears with the giant cannon.
Too many Firefly quotes.
Yeah.
That Goram cannon.
That's that.
Pathfinder kills a god, Starfinder makes a new one.
There you go.
Oh, Circle of Life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did have that event. I guess that's part of the playtest, right?
Yeah, it'll be part of the playtest.
The birth of a god.
Cosmic
birthday. Yeah.
Didn't Firefly have an RPG?
Yeah, they do.
I thought they did.
I've looked at it before. I think it looks pretty cool. Anytime you have a game that's so closely tied to an existing universe, it's like, I feel like it can be harder to have fun with it, just because everybody wants to play the character. Not just and in the RPG, they're like, oh, well, your ship will have a mechanic, and everybody's like, well, I'm going to play Jewel State's mechanic. What was her character's name?
Fun fact, that is kind of what I base Wesley on, is Mal.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, they don't want to play the captain. They want to play Mal. They want to,
My favorite scene is when they cross that dude. Like he gives them to, I forgot his name. He wants them to steal like some vaccine or something.
Yeah.
And they don't. They change their minds, and they got the two guys in the back of the ship, And he's like, now look, I'm giving your money back. Tell your boss, no hard feelings. And the guy says, I'm just going to kill you when I get out of here. And Mal just kicks him right into the intake of the engine. Yeah. That's how I see Wesley. I gave you an opportunity. You didn't take it.
I feel like that's lawful, neutral, or even
we're starting to change his
getting into the shades of evil. Well, we haven't.
Wesley
we
hasn't
haven't
yet hit somebody into
a turbine.
anything. Yeah, a turbine.
He's gonna spin the helm super fast and then throw somebody into it.
No, but he was ready to kick a captain overboard while he was still alive, just because the captain lost the ship. They lost the fight. But Taven was merciful and slit his throat on his way out.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was I remember that.
Yeah.
We haven't talked to Tucker yet. Tucker, welcome to the stream.
Hi.
Welcome to
The question that we posed, Tucker, was where do you see your character going in the afterlife of Galarian? And I've already explained this 2 times, so I'm not going to do it a 3rd time. But basically, there's an afterlife place for everybody, for each alignment. So where do you think that Hadron is going to get sent?
Is there like 3 or like is there like
9.
a chaotic 9?
Yeah,
okay, that's what I was, yeah.
It's got the whole everything.
That's like kind of chaotic, maybe neutral. I mean, it's not good, but we haven't really done anything like super evil. I feel like.
Yeah.
Not
Chaotic
yet.
neutral.
I think, I feel like we're all kind of balanced on that good evil thing. And we probably.
Oh, I think notably, He and Bromir both have done some good actions in game.
Yeah. Has also done some bad actions. He's an assassin.
He's chaotic.
What did He do that was bad?
Like we're not like murdering towns, but we're like raiding people. But I mean, those are like fighting men, so I feel like it's kind of different.
Didn't he first go into the governor's window or whatever that was?
Until you attacked them, they weren't fighting men. They were just dudes on the ocean.
Yeah, but they also didn't have to
children.
fight. They didn't have to fight us.
They could have just given you their stuff.
We give us our tithe. We take our
That's definitely
10-25%.
bad, but is it like evil?
I mean,
10-25% difference, ginormous.
And then, if they
10,
fight, then we
50%,
take it all. It,
I mean,
But
on
we
the
take
face,
care of our people. It's like
Head
Tribe
looks
logic.
like he's a good guy. But you got to remember, he's the assassin.
That's
He's
true.
the one that went straight into the window to go fight.
Yeah.
Pick the fight with Longbeard.
It's always
I
the
guess-
quiet ones.
I guess it's funny because like
True.
He has probably taken the most actions across the alignment spectrum, right? Like he's done good things, like he's really looked out for Thomas and tried to help him out. Even when you guys were just, ignoring that poor boy, and you
Wait.
all have been ignoring him lately. I mean, I'm just saying.
I took him in as one of my children,
Yeah, one of your brothers.
disciples.
we stole a ship so that we could rescue Thomas.
Right.
Stole a ship, so who, what?
So we could rescue Thomas. Because he was kidnapped. He was kidnapped by the impersonator of Captain Wesley.
I know. Yeah, I mean, you guys did good. Did good.
Don't confuse us with the impersonators there, Gene.
Don't confuse me with the good stuff. I thought it was just
With
fun
the
to go
good
get revenge because they stole her ship.
Your brother,
Just want
by
the
the way. God rest his soul in the cat heaven he's in.
Yeah, that's a good question. Where's Movat?
Trick
Somewhere
question.
there's fire, obviously.
I think Movet's probably in the Maelstrom as well. I mean, because Taven always considered his brother more chaotic than him, but I think we've come to realize that Taven is maybe the most chaotic of all.
Now, here's a moral
He was
question. though.
projecting.
So, what if what you're thinking you're doing is not evil? What if you think what you're good is only perceived as evil by other people? Where does that put you?
Well,
Well,
you're
that's
going
what I
to
was
get
saying.
judged.
It's like
so
tribe logic, It's like I'm defending my people, so that's good in my point of view. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Darth
in-
Vader and Anakin, he thought they were doing great things.
in Galarian
Wow.
and
We're doing
in
great
D&D, it was always like there was an absolute good and an absolute evil. So, obviously you get, in real life there are shades of gray. But yeah, I mean, stuff like defending your homeland would not be considered evil. Evil killing is like murder, assassination, foul
Long-term.
necromancy, that kind of stuff is evil. But, killing in defense of yourself or others is not considered evil. But yeah, I mean, I think when you get, good and evil in this game are pretty straightforward, generally speaking. But the really big ones are chaotic and lawful, because those are always like,
Yeah.
well, if you think about it like this, I'm abiding by this lawful idea or by this actual law. Whereas, if you think about it like this way, that's super chaotic. Those I find harder to pin down.
Got a loop.
Well, speaking of,
Well,
Luke.
hello.
Welcome to the Brady. You're here just in time to answer the discussion question.
Oh, my favorite.
Are you ready to hear the discussion question?
Hit me with it.
Okay. In the universe, where do you think He will go in the afterlife?
I mean, I assume as a halfway, definitely to be follow of Pharasma, he's probably going to wind up in a boneyard.
That's not a bad answer at all.
Well, there you
that's
go.
actually pretty.
the most
That's-
neutral.
That's pretty bone solid. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, as a Duskwalker, he's already half there anyway, so...
He's 1 foot in.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Okay.
if Kevin has anything to do about it, it'll be all the way
Two-
in tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
2 feet
well.
in tonight.
I
Um,
missed a little something. I'd like to, a couple of weeks.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, let's get it kicked up. Let's talk about what happened last time very briefly. We picked it up where you guys had just lost your ship. It had been stolen right out from under you by Wesley, Captain Wesley. Except that Captain Wesley was among you.
I mean,
It was
pirate.
Captain Wesley until it wasn't.
Yeah.
You mean acting Wesley? Acting Wesley?
It was an acting Wesley. Yeah.
Captain Wesley.
Was.
Wesley.
Wesley. Okay.
Wesley?
Anyways, you quickly commandeered a ship from Hell Harbor while Captain Wesley went shopping.
He remembered a
purchase-
story about the explorer Doramus
Okay.
and
Dora.
Dormus the
Explorer
Explorer.
Dora.
and he remembered the magical item that he used to aid in his explorations.
Yeah. And that was actually very, very
Bosco
clutch.
no Bosking.
Oh, no.
But yeah, you guys
Quality
You guys-
content, y'all.
caught up
That's a
with,
good one.
after some nice sailing, some good checks, you caught up with your own ship. And we're almost immediately gunned down. You guys, I think you had like 4 HP left on the ship or something when you caught up to him.
It was terrible.
It was basically like it was a do or die roll. You had to board this turn, and Chakris rolled a natural 20, which he had to roll to get a crit because the other guy rolled fairly well.
Really high.
Yeah, you guys were able to board the ship.
I had a couple of good nat 20s on that night. Most of them from hero points.
Coming in clutch regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
appropriate
reroll.
rolls were had.
Yeah,
and
for
made.
sure.
If you recall, you guys were mostly traveling north as you were chasing this ship, and so I've updated you on your position on this map here. But in order to capture the ship, you also, your gun captain Bosco fired on the sails and got pretty much a direct hit on the mast. It wasn't enough to take the rigging out to the broken state, but it was pretty damaging. So then when you boarded, you fought Captain Wesley, who turned out to be Faceless Stalker.
Bizarro Wesley.
Yes, he wore a red jacket. And when he died, he then came back with purple tentacle energy,
You hate to see it.
which went about as you might expect.
I mean, I guess
Oh,
you
God.
hate to see it. Some people like to see it.
You're killing me, Smalls. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right? Anything
Yeah.
I left out there?
The shooting star.
Yeah, the giant shooting
Oh
star.
yeah,
I guess-
the whole
Don't you
thing. The
know-
reason why we're dying tonight.
Yeah.
Don't you know that you're a shooting star?
Yeah, as the
We're about to become
Faceless
petrol.
Stalker was dying, you noticed he kind of like, I guess before he died, he looked off into to the north and like kind of pointed even as the killing blow was coming down, and you guys looked and saw that this massive like burning meteor or comet or something was just falling out of the sky, and it smashes into something behind the horizon. And it wasn't water, because you see like a dust cloud rise up from the impact. And based on like how far back it is, it's you guess that it's not really that far away from you, all things considered. Like maybe a half a day or a day of sailing to get there from where you're at.
Well, I think first, we've got two objectives in front of us, immediate needs. We should probably, I know the other ship's about to go down, but we should probably scour it first for anything useful. See if there's any repair items, if we can get a good search going before it goes down. And
You see
then,
a tidal wave coming? Real quick, sorry.
well,
Chris.
there is, no, you're right. There is that too.
No, you don't see a tidal wave, Kevin.
Do we?
It's
Not yet.
an invisible tidal wave.
I was like, do we
Oh.
feel anything?
It's a maelstrom wave. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. No. And then we got to get this mast repaired before we can sail on. So my recommendation is for Tavam, Svalder, Bromir, and Hef to go make a quick search on the ship that we took out here. See if there's anything useful on it, and Hadron and I will work on the mast.
You guys following the captain's orders, everybody?
Hell yeah.
Aye.
Let's
I
do
mean, yeah.
those. Do some perception checks for me, or you could roll crafting. I would say, in this case, to try to find like salvageable stuff.
Or any valuables.
Yeah, or any valuables.
Not that it may or may not matter, but I
Which
put a
ship
comment
building
in the chat there
apply?
if you want to put it down on the map somewhere.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Which ship
Yeah, I rolled
building
a 20.
apply?
You did say that, right?
Shipbuilding would apply. What did you say?
Hell yeah.
What, Luke?
I rolled a 20. It definitely showed up.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What do we? Our perception?
Yes. Yeah.
First roll of the night. Completely average.
Hmm.
Yeah, I made my
Um,
blind for some reason.
Nobody knows.
Probably not.
You guys keep vamping while I get this icon here.
Anyone else need to roll?
Well, I was about to say worst vamping in history.
I'm just trying to ad lib a little bit.
I mean,
Man, it's about to be pretty wet here in a few minutes, isn't it? With all this water coming in on us,
yeah. Oh,
wave
there we go.
action.
Nice
I
meteor.
know.
Yeah, nice meteor.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's right in front of us. Oh shit. Oh,
Yeah,
you had the
it's-
word
it's not
impact.
far.
So we
Oh.
definitely don't see the tidal wave coming.
Is it to scale too, by the way?
Right.
Yeah,
Because my god.
yeah. I think
because as soon as
if that was to scale, you guys would be super duper screwed.
Listen, that's what I thought it was last week, or last couple of weeks.
No, it's not that bad.
after we get done searching, I plan to get up on top of the mast as soon as we get back and keep an eye out. for
Okay.
Stuff like that.
So, looking at these checks, I mean, we've got some okay ones. I would say, let's say you guys get 16 points of HP in terms of usable wood that you're able to just kind of like pull off the deck or move across. So, be well, you can add this to your repair wood stocks. I mean, you could maybe pull the guns over. It had 4 cannons, I think, total.
Didn't
Right?
we have an issue with room? I thought.
Yeah, I
after
mean,
we-
you guys are fully loaded out. Like the Wayward Sun is fully loaded out on cannons. So if you added any more, like,
Well,
you would start.
They
to
just
get,
wouldn't be used.
You would
could
get.
we put them like below decks to in storage as spares?
Yeah, I'd be okay with that idea.
Yeah.
So yeah,
in
be able
case
to
we
throw
have a
mark-
misfire or something, and the cannon banana peels out.
Oh.
Like they do
Um,
in the cartoons.
Banana
you know.
peel in the ocean.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh,
Like
man.
your ship is just spinning around like a
Spinning
top.
in circles. Yeah.
The worst.
No, those are donuts.
What? Anyways,
anyway.
So after pulling off the 4 cannons and getting the 16 HP worth of wood, that's about all the time you have before it's basically, not safe to pull anything else off. You guys who are staying on Hadron, I see you've got the 23. Is that your crafting check to repair the mast?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna aid on that.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and
no.
aid, and we'll add it on there.
Operative nature for the win.
Oh shit.
Nice
Nice.
shades, bro.
Okay.
Crit?
Yeah, that's a crit for sure. So +2 makes it a 25, which is a nice round number that you like to see. It takes you guys a while. I'm gonna say repairing the mast probably is gonna take you like 4 hours, something like that. And of course, you're not the only one. You have the crew there, like helping out, but you're kind of directing things and like, get this, put that up there, and you're kind of just like, excuse me. I would imagine sort of bracing the mast more so than like rebuilding one or anything. You're just kind of getting it seaworthy for the time being. When you get back to port, that's when you would, potentially replace it. Let's see. I think you guys, you took. We mark the damage on this. I don't think we did, but I know it had I think it had 4 or 6 HP left, so it would be like 24. Yeah, I think you took 24 points of damage to your rigging. Yeah, I'm gonna say after the 4 hours, you guys you fix the rigging back to full HP. So you're sitting fine. All of your rigging is back in place. You're on the ocean. It's dark, I think, at this point. So maybe you guys kind of like work a little bit by lantern light, by starlight, those of you who have low light vision aren't too worried about working in the dark. And you guys get some rest. I assume you do. Well, that's a good question. Do you want to take a long rest here? Because you had, just done combat. So I don't know. Captain is nodding. Is everybody else nodding?
Well,
I think we should.
I think the elephant in the room is we would probably talk about the comet we saw fly back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you say about it?
I know that's probably got to be a bad omen, right?
Gotta be.
So surely we should investigate it.
I mean, surely it'll be fine without us.
It'll take care of itself, I'm sure.
I think it'll be all right. That's hilarious.
Well, it was funny because I was actually envisioning while we were working on fixing the ship, it just would have been in the back of Romir's mind the whole time. Was like, that really bode well what we saw, and I feel like I would go over to Taven and at some point talk to him about it because he and I had shared that discussion about the stars some time ago, and I probably would have went over there and asked him about what he thought about that.
And I don't think it bodes well.
No, Taven. I feel like that we should leave as soon as possible.
I have a feeling that Captain Wesley is going to want to investigate. But yeah, I agree. I would. I don't want to be anywhere near that. It makes my hair stand on end.
Do I notice your hair standing?
Oh, you probably could notice my hair standing on the end. My mane is probably looking thicker and fuller because
frazzled.
Do you pat Taven?
Does he look like he needs scritches?
I mean,
I'm concerned about what
I
has
think
gone on.
he roleplayed that pretty darn well.
where is it?
I need a laser light cantrip.
I think I'm going to.
If only you were a witch.
I think I'm going to take on my cat pest form.
Oh, you turn into a cat?
Turn into a cat.
Do you jump up into Bromir's lap?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump up into Bromir's lap.
I'll just give him some scritches, I guess. While looking off into the horizon, the dark horizon. Do I notice any glowing by any chance, or is it just still dark after the comet passed?
Just make sure he doesn't knock anything off the edge of the ship.
So after the impact,
I put a cup on the edge of the ship.
There is a rising cloud of dust that expands for a while, and then kind of, I'd say maybe a 20-30 minutes is sort of billowing and then begins to kind of disperse. But after that period, you do notice what seems to be maybe just like a thin tendril of smoke, possibly. It's pretty far away, but it just seems like maybe just a little wispiness kind of remains that's floating up in the air.
I guess just over in cat form, sitting on my lap, staring off into the horizon with me, kind of has that picturesque type of scene. Hands off.
Swim time.
I'm not going to throw the cat into the water.
This is actually pretty cool. I dragged the spell effect onto my token, and it automatically made me small.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's
Nice.
Yeah.
Foundry, everybody.
Foundry VTT. Okay, awesome. What is everybody else doing? Anything in particular, or are you guys ready to?
I mean, if we're done with the mast,
Yeah.
I would assume we'd probably gather the officers.
Okay. So that's
Yeah,
everybody except for
that's
Tucker.
Damn.
Got him.
Ouch.
Got him. Sorry, Tucker.
I'll go walk
No.
the plank now.
Like,
No, Hadron, you're an officer too. I value everybody's input. Everybody's input.
I'm just the repair officer, okay?
That's right,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
Well,
still have the
chief
word officer after that, so
Chief of the boat.
chief engineer still a role on the ship.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
An important role, even.
Yeah.
important. Up there with the chef.
So everybody's gathered up there, Captain. What's
Yeah.
that?
Did anybody else think it was odd that the faceless stalker pointed and a star fell out of the sky?
Perfectly normal. Oh, I'm a cat. Yeah, I can still talk.
Meow, meow,
Perfectly
meow, meow,
normal.
meow.
We don't need any investigation.
Yes, I
Have you-
do think it is weird.
You don't think we should investigate? I think we should.
I think we should because that's where we saw comets when this all started, right? I mean,
Did we? I didn't. Was that when we went into the maelstrom? I wasn't here for that episode. I still hadn't had a chance to watch
Yeah.
it yet.
Does our character remember what happened before the maelstrom? I thought we didn't. We
do
just
we
ended up
remember
here.
seeing the but okay, yeah, but I thought I
Well,
remembered.
You guys, your characters didn't see it, but it was described to you guys as players that after the maelstrom closed, there was like almost kind of a period where things were almost still for a second, and then a bright light, like a comet, shot up out from under the water into the sky, and that was where we freeze framed and put the title Star-Crossed Horizons.
Had the Final Fantasy theme
Yeah.
music playing as it.
Right. Yep.
The graphic designer did a great job on that.
Good job remembering that
Yeah.
that little detail, Tucker. I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
anybody would remember.
I sure as hell did. Tom Tuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hero point.
0 point.
Hero point.
Oh, GM said it. It's real.
GM said
That's
it
a real
real.
hero point.
There it is. Peer
Yeah,
pressure.
I remember things sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
Officer or not.
Start with you.
Yeah, start with 2. So yeah, so Hadron mentions it all started with a comment. Maybe Hadron had some kind of a vision as you guys were going through the maelstrom, where you feel like you remembered that scene, and that's why you're bringing it up. I think that would be fair to say.
Like a sense of deja vu or something. Like this
Yeah.
has happened before.
Seeing a comment more.
Yeah, before we went into the maelstrom
So
or during.
All right, on my little board, we got swallowed by the ocean last time a comet came around. Why are we going to look at another one?
This
So
one
we'll-
landed on land.
I agree with Hech. I think that we should not go.
We just have to go back through the maelstrom, right, to get back where we started.
To get
And
back
that
to the
was
other
up
side,
instead of
yeah.
travel
What if that's
back
how we
in
get
time.
home? Yeah.
Yeah,
Just go to the comet.
we're in reality we're in an alternate universe,
I mean,
guys
it
have
would
been
make
playing-
sense.
parallel.
You've been playing Final Fantasy X this whole time. You
Yeah,
just didn't know.
just didn't even know it.
Is
No,
my devil's
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is my devil's eye acting up any more than normal?
Not more than normal, I would say. But you just have a feeling of a presence, and you've kind of started to have this. You realize as you think about it, like when you were pursuing the ship, maybe after you'd been after it for a few hours, you kind of like started to feel this presence, but there was so much activity, you had so much going on, you didn't really have time to think about it or take note. But now it's just kind of like this lingering presence. And as you kind of focus your attention on it, you do see a faint form of Movat kind of lingering nearby. Unlike a lot of other times, he's not like actively talking to you or saying anything. It's almost just kind of like he doesn't realize that he's even visible to you at this point.
Just and I try to reach out and touch it.
With
Yeah,
your
put
cat
your-
paw.
Yeah,
Your
with
cat
my
paw. Yeah, you,
Yeah.
you stretch out.
yeah, I stretched out my cat paw.
Try to knock him off the ship.
I mean,
Your
it
paw
makes
just-
sense. I'm a cat. I
Save
see
him.
ghosts.
Save him. Hey, behave. Behave.
Your paw just goes right through. You hadn't said he jumped down yet.
But do I notice you?
I mean, you probably see him stretch out, but yeah, you don't see what he's
Just a
pawing
cat
at.
doing cat things, basically.
Yeah, may have been stretching.
I'll say an Amarin, and I'll call out Movet's name
It like
in the cat language.
the figure kind of turns and sees you. Oh, save him.
What are you doing here, Movet?
I guess I'm just along for the ride today. Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you, but it's also an ill omen, I fear.
Oh, how could you say that? Surely you love to see your old brother.
Oh, I do love to see my old brother, but a comet has just fallen out of the sky, and now I see you. I'm
Oh.
wondering if it's an omen of my own death.
I didn't see the comet. I guess maybe that was before I got here.
How long have you been here?
Oh, I don't know. Time is a little bit different here.
I'm confused.
Hey, guys,
And he's just kind of like almost kind of dipping in and out, like his vision, his image just kind of like will vanish out, almost like he's going underneath of some kind of wave, and becoming invisible here and there. And eventually his form just completely vanishes. You're not sure, but it just seemed like maybe the veil between the planes was a little weaker there.
Probably just keep. I think that I'm seeing my dead brother, and
Okay.
we're talking about going and checking out a comet that fell to the Earth.
Okay. Did anybody else have any reactions to Wesley's initial comment about wanting to go investigate?
A couple of points.
I agree.
Gotta
I
let him
do
get the
not.
points out.
Right. A couple of more points.
good point.
A projector screen comes down
Right.
from the main mast.
A bullet point, even.
Excel spreadsheet or
Power-
presentation. Yeah, PowerPoint.
Yeah. If these comments are related, this may have answers to what happened to us, or at least be able to point us in the right direction. And two, and maybe more importantly, I don't know, depending on your predilections, falling stars have been known to have rare metals, expensive metals, powerful metals.
That's what this is about. You're wanting oil.
And my ears pop up.
I really agree
Money?
now.
All of the agreement.
Yeah.
That is true. Like even in Galarian, that's very true.
And
I read it in a book somewhere.
Sky metals, they call them.
Sky metals.
Here's a question. Do we have any idea, since of time passed, well, I guess this would be more along the lines of Hadrian, because I know Bromir, even as a player, forgot about the first, how long it's been since that meteor.
Been like at least 2 years, right? Because we know.
Right,
it's
yeah,
kind of-
theoretically. I mean, like, in terms of what time you guys have experienced.
So more than a year.
Oh, yeah, it would have been, yeah.
Okay, so it's not
Based
like
on what
something
you've
that
been
could have
told.
happened annually.
No. But, like, I mean, comets do have unusual patterns if they, like, but, like, actually making landfall is terminal, typically.
Yeah, for a comet. But I mean, there are meteors, which
That's
we keep
fun.
going back
See you
and forth
next year.
between meteor and comet.
Right,
So-
right.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, no,
ultimately, we won't know until we go.
The visual from the original one was of what seemed to be like a comet or meteor bursting up out of the water, not one going overhead.
Oh,
So it went up.
Okay.
It went up, and then it came back down fine.
Yeah, because
Could
what
be.
goes up must come back down. But what goes up must come down. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, you know, Captain Wesley, we will do whatever you decide, but I'm very leery of this one.
At first, I was very curious about what it is, but the more I think about it, the more leery I am too.
And at first, I was afraid.
I'm
I was
still
petrified.
I was petrified. Yeah.
Well, far be it from me to order us where we shouldn't be.
Okay.
Put it to a vote.
I mean, if we
Captain
are,
is captain, it's not really. I think.
How about the 5 of us vote to make it an odd number, and then you could be a tiebreaker if well, there wouldn't be 'cause 5 of us. No, there are 6 of us. Outside of
that's-
you.
6 total. No, yeah, because I'm not a player.
Oh, you're not a player. That's right.
It'd be the 5 of us
No.
without his input.
But then he could tie break
But he could tie break.
or
Or he
tie make.
Or
He
tie
would tie
make.
make, yeah.
Yeah.
Tie maker, make me a tie.
Well, we could say the captain gets a vote and a half.
Acting captain. That's why it's not
Acting.
2 votes.
So as soon as we get done
Yeah.
with this vote, we'll have another vote.
That's right. You know what? Actually, let's do double round robin, best of 5.
Oh my god.
We're gonna be here a while.
Politics,
Yeah.
folks.
My desire is to, especially knowing that it hit land and not ocean.
We do know that?
It was a dust cloud.
I mean,
not
it's
not
dark
water
out
and
now.
vapor.
It's unexplored.
But
Yeah, I
but
mean, yeah,
there
yeah.
wasn't. It was a dust cloud, not a water. Not
Mm.
steam or whatever. No
Right.
tidal wave. Apparently, it didn't shake the ground enough to cause.
Look water to me.
Yeah, you guys do know there's not any charted land up there. That doesn't necessarily, there are lots of little tiny islands that aren't charted, so this could be one of those. But yeah, there's nothing on your charts that indicates a landmass here.
That's
And
what
the-
makes me feel like it went through the whole depth of the ocean.
Well,
If it did
Because
that, you guys would be completely
That's what I'm
obliterated
saying. That's why I'm
already.
so
Yeah.
freaking worried, you know?
We're over here building the mast, like.
Yeah. And I'm over here, waiting to get destroyed.
I will say, I feel like if we decide to go the greedy route, because others would have seen it, but others may not have been as close to it as we are. We could be the first one there to get our
And do
hands
what?
on any valuable materials that may be there.
And do what? What if the ocean is hundreds of feet deep? How
Can't
do we
you-
get whatever it is?
You can breathe underwater. I know you can. I've seen you do it.
Just me?
He's
How about myself? I'm a stand-in, but am I going to lift up a
Hadron.
comet?
Hadron did. I think Hadron did take water breathing.
I do have water breathing.
So we could all.
We should get a little closer before we decide what.
Let's at least get a little closer and see what the situation looked like. If I'm assuming
bowling.
there's no orange glow on the horizon, we should be okay.
Okay. So, that seems reasonable. Unless somebody protests.
Well, that's called.
I feel like that I am
Not about
outvoted,
that
so-
yet.
We haven't heard from
Let's-
Hadron the Collider.
He said
no,
he
he
was
said
okay.
he
Oh,
was
he was-
ready to go.
Yeah, he
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to go.
Alright.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You're ready to go.
We will.
It's-
Let's proceed
Dom's
with. Yeah, I don't think.
Tucker said, "When God gives you lemons, you make adamantine plate armor."
That's what this is all about. It's all about, like I said,
That's
that
what it
oil, wanting to
He
get
wants
those
those
resources.
God metals.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys sail to the north.
Proceeding with special caution. Extra
How?
special
With-
caution.
How?
Extreme
Are you
caution.
gonna sneak in your ship there? What are we gonna? How?
We could sneak in the ship.
Yeah, put on your
Yes,
your
We
sneaking
inside
beam.
the ship can sneak, but the ship itself can't.
The sheep.
Everybody hide, or they'll see us.
Put up the
Ship
bulk
pulls up
sails.
and starts tiptoeing.
So you make your way north. You're traveling for a few hours before you do notice, like, that little wispy tendril is getting larger as you get closer. You know, it's not growing in size, but it's visibly larger as you get closer to the source. And it just kind of like gets larger and larger until it seems like there's, at least some kind of maybe a fire or something that's blowing off this smoke. You keep progressing.
Is
So far, you haven't seen land yet.
Has there been, and I guess I should have, has there been a noticeable change in the water temperature?
Well, you're not in the water.
But we would have ways to, like, hang off the side of the ship and
I mean, yeah,
test
you could.
the water test.
If you wanted to get down there and find a way, I'm sure you could figure out something. You
What about the
do
wind?
not. The wind is it's kind of all over the place, but you guys are currently in the spot just south of the Eye of Abendago, so I mean it's really kind of normal. You did notice a big shift in the wind when the comet came down, but at this point it seems like it's hard to tell. Like, it seems like the normal weather pattern for this area, which is the wind will blow this way and then it'll blow that way and then it'll rain and then it'll stop and just crazy stuff.
Now here's a question, and correct me if I'm wrong. Don't we have a compass?
Yeah, you guys have lots
What
of
is the
compasses.
compass showing?
It's showing north as normal.
Not doing anything crazy.
Uh-uh.
Is Tatum in the crow's nest?
Yes.
Cat condo, kitty condo.
Is he checking the
Kitty
temperature of
condo.
the water, or is he?
I didn't say I was the one checking this.
I'm just joking.
No,
you
that's
can
a
do
good-
both.
Listen, he is fast for a cat. He's
Yeah.
got the zoomies.
I do have the zoomies.
That's funny. You switch to cat form when you go from the crow's nest down to the deck
Yep.
or something.
I mean, it's the easiest way to travel.
There you go.
That's why you took that.
Oh yeah,
That's
just
right.
flavor 100%.
Just flavor.
That's awesome. No,
Well, and if
that's
he ever
awesome.
falls out of the crow's nest, he's Gucci.
Yeah, always lands paw side down.
So you guys, he is in the crow's nest. Yeah.
Okay. Do you see anything yet, Tatum?
Well, I don't know. What do I see?
You see, you guys are getting just close enough that you can see some kind of land formation. It looks to be extremely small, like less than a mile across. If that. A very small amount of little spot of land
Or
in
like
the distance.
Or like a sandbank?
It
barely out of
could
the water?
be, yeah. It's just barely anything there, and then from sort of roughly about the middle of that little land spot, you see this thin wisp of smoke coming up.
You
I
mean
see
to
a
tell
small-
me This little small bit of land, middle of the ocean, got hit directly by a meteor?
I'm
Almost
Maybe
like
a-
it was planned.
Almost like it was planned.
Well, the planner is dead. We hope, because we killed
Yeah,
him.
well, the pointing, yeah.
Pointing. I mean,
He pointed it out.
there's a small patch of land with a small amount of smoke in the middle of it. Very small, oddly small, strangely small.
All right, let's get a little closer and see if we can find a safe landing.
okay. Get closer still. You don't see any. There's no vegetation on this. It's just well, I guess I guess there's a little bit of grass, but kind of around the edge, there's like sand comes up, a little bit of grass, and then in the middle now, it looks like a lot of it is burned away, which Tavam can make out with his spyglass as you guys get closer. Yeah, you get, I'd say, within, just a few hundred feet probably, and you feel like you can, you could probably drop anchor and go in.
Captain, should we send out an AWA-Team?
Aren't we the
Yeah.
AWA-Team?
We're the away
No.
team.
No, I think we need to get some red. I think we need to get
Like
some
the
red
other,
shirts
the red
for this.
shirts. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
There's a reason
If-
people follow us because we're the red shirts.
I need more.
Yeah, I'd like to go see the meteor myself. personally.
Before we
Or
leave,
at least see how close we can get.
Maybe bring a couple of red shirts along with us, to take the fun.
I think I'm going to change into my brown pants before we go.
Okay. So you guys are gonna take some dinghies in?
Well, we
Are there
came
any
this
trees
far.
on this little island?
No trees. Just a little bit of grass is the only thing that grows.
We came this far. We might as well go the rest of the way, right?
Might as well,
Or something
right?
else, though.
Yeah.
You guys hop in your dinghies, start rowing to shore. Rowing. This is rowing. You can't really.
Row.
There we go. We're rowing.
Row, row, row your boat.
It's almost
Mhm.
reminiscent of our very first episode. You remember you rowed into a shore.
Oh yeah.
The
Yes, we did.
skeletons.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Yep. Oh shit.
I'll be
You
the
guys-
second boat.
The first boat is annihilated by cannon fire.
Those were the
Another
red
meteor.
shirts. Yeah. yeah.
Yes, the red shirts.
Oh, that's what we can do with the extra cannons. We mount them on the dinghies.
there you
Yes,
go.
and they sink
Yeah.
immediately from the weight.
Oh man.
Captain.
What's a thought?
He's got ideas.
He does have ideas.
We got two really good crafters. They can figure it out.
Yeah, put it on them.
So you guys pull up onto this very little beach. It's like a rocky, sandy kind of place. Like not a good place to to lay out in the sun or anything, but more rocks than sand. You pull the dinghies up onto the shore, and in the distance now you can see this plume of smoke. Maybe it's like 4 or 5 feet across is the diameter of the plume, and it's like pouring up out of the middle of this this little tiny island. That's all you can really make out. I mean, you can see around the plume from the, you're just kind of like still right on the beach. So around the plume, you can see what looks to be like some scorched grass. It's dark over there. Like there was a fire that burned up whatever grass was nearby. It didn't burn everything on the island, but everything that was close to the impact site.
So it wasn't super big, I guess.
Drum.
Or what size crater are we looking at? Can we tell?
You want to get closer?
Well, we need to beach. Obviously, we're going to beach the dinghies.
I'll say right off the top, you don't see a big crater like you would if you expected to see a crater or something like that. You would notice, you would be marked that there's not a crater. But you think you see like a hole of some sorts over there. Like where the smoke is coming out. It seems like it's coming out of some kind of a hole, but because of how it kind of billows, it's hard to make out exactly what's there.
Hey, Dron, do you have some sort of water making spell where you can, douse the area, try to cool things off a bit?
Make it
Oh,
rain,
yeah.
baby.
Maybe Svaldir does.
I can. Also, buckets, I believe, are a thing, but
We did not bring buckets.
We brought you.
That's a lot of manual labor.
That's
And you
true.
guys you got a crew for a reason, right?
Now we
They
got some
died.
red shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, we did bring 2 in our boat too. Yeah.
I mean, I could use like wall of water or something, but I think that's the only like water one I have prepped right now.
I know smoke. Smoke is dangerous. Perhaps we should proceed with caution and make sure that we're not exposed to anything toxic.
Okay. So you guys approach the.
Captain. You
How
still got
far away are we?
You're probably like 400, 500 feet away.
hey,
It's a
Captain.
really small island.
Is there any magic on the meteor?
You're not to the meteor. You don't have a meteor yet.
Okay.
No,
Hey, Captain. Use that little cloudy thing
it
to
is
blow the
detect
smoke away.
magic.
Yeah,
Or
I
is
think
there,
that
like any.
it's only 30-foot emanation.
that's
Yeah, you don't detect any magic in this range now.
Don't know. I don't know that it works like that.
But you can-
Taven.
Cloud.
You can keep doing that if you want to. Hadron, just kind of keep.
Yeah, I'll just like
Yeah.
passively.
Okay. Okay. So you guys are getting closer.
Now, did we end up resting or not? I know we didn't say.
Yeah, I think you guys did say you were going to, so that's
Okay.
that's fine.
If we
I
had
think
enough
I
time,
forgot to
yeah.
come back to that, but so nobody said they're getting closer yet, but I'm about to assume it. 'Cause, I mean, what else are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, I just figured it would
We're
be a
getting
great
closer.
time for a bonfire. Just chill
Yeah,
on the
just-
beach.
Get the marshmallows out.
Get
Hey,
the
that's
marshmallows.
You could do that. You could do that. Okay.
What was it? Free time?
We'll take a break here in just a minute. You guys, as you approach, cautiously, I assume, Hadron dropping detect magic every so often. You can see more of what happened. It looks like there is a fairly sizable hole in the ground, but it looks like it's kind of maybe at an angle, and there wasn't a crater so much as it hit and then went in. Yeah, and the hole itself is larger than the plume of smoke. You know, maybe it's like 10 or 20 feet across. And you guys are kind of, I imagine, walking and getting closer as you're starting to kind of see more and like putting these things together.
Superman's coffin.
You don't immediately see anything else other than just like this bored hole, and like as soon as you can see a little bit of the edge of the tunnel that was made, and it's all like dirt and sand just on the lip, and then rocky pretty much as soon as it gets under the topsoil there. As you get to I'd say as you're about to that point where you're seeing that level of detail, Hadron, your next detect magic there pings off of something.
Uh-oh.
I stop immediately.
And it just shows you, it just tells you there's something there, right? It doesn't tell you.
You receive no information beyond the presence or absence.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Oh, well,
the fourth rank one, you don't have that one yet though.
Yeah.
You're third.
third.
The rank or level of the most powerful. So there's like there's a it would be equivalent to like a third rank spell. A third rank illusion spell inside of your detect magic.
There's powerful wizardry.
Powerful. Powerful.
Powerful.
Some kind of illusion is going on here.
What do you suggest we do, Captain?
Can I follow? Or it's in the hole, like directly on Meteor.
No, I mean you have a pretty good handle on like the feel of the emanation from detect magic, and it's actually going off before you're in range of the hole. It's in the square hole.
It's in the square.
It's in the
The
square
meteor
hole.
goes in the square
The
hole.
square hole.
The meat hole.
But no idea what type of magic it is or whatever.
Some kind of illusion.
Yeah.
It is illusion. That's
Illusion. What are you hiding?
What are you hiding, illusion?
I immediately start disbelieving.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Yeah, I mean, I guess now that you guys know that there is illusion around, I mean, if you wanted to like seek to try to ascertain the illusion, you could make a perception check.
We're within 45 feet of El Comodo.
You're
Commodore 64.
around that, yeah.
Could I start, like, is there any, like, active, like, embers still going on? Or is it pretty much all snuffed?
It seems like there's nothing active going on at the hole itself. Maybe there's something still going like down wherever the thing is, but you can't see that from here.
Could I use my my base kinesis and move a portion of it, assuming it's earth, of some sort, like towards us?
Of just like you're talking about the edge of the hole?
Right.
Yeah.
See if there's like any residue or anything from the impact.
Yeah, you like pull
Oh,
it
like you're
it
digging?
floats through the air towards you, and give me a
I can throw it into the chat if you want to see it, but
I
I'm
would-
using the move portion for kinesis.
yeah, that's fine. I'd say give me a perception check, perception check. 20. Okay, so you pull a couple of chunks, and there's not anything. It doesn't look like there's any sort of residue that was left behind. But one thing you do notice is that it's almost like the earth and stone was sort of shorn, like hit with something that was sharp, for lack of a better word, and that's why it like plunged in so deep and made this big, like deep hole, rather than kind of like, because based on the size of the hole, it looks like it probably wasn't very big, but for the size it must be, it went fairly deep, because you're not able to see it from this distance.
Baldu. Baldu, can you detect what it is?
From here, no, I don't think I can. We would need to get closer. But so like it kind of looks like it was like this section was just scooped out essentially, like that it was shorn. Or
Yeah,
it's like,
maybe. Yeah, it would almost look kind of like that.
okay.
So like the equivalent of a bullet shape.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like we're dealing with some super anime power. Haven't seen before.
This
The
is
meteor
Final
did a hero landing.
Final Fantasy.
Fantasy VII. This is I'm doing a little Final Fantasy crossover.
I,
What
it's
this is.
everywhere. I'm waiting
You
for
know,
X2.
So
Just give me the X2.
yeah, that's when the dancing starts.
That's when the dancing starts.
And the story just went to shit.
uh,
But yeah,
Like 10 story was good.
Who is doing a seek?
I was.
Oh.
Did.
Oh, you guys were rolling checks while I was talking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Wasn't
Wesley.
there like a seek action thing with detect magic?
don't
That's
think so.
only for or that might have been changed remaster.
Was that before the remaster? Yeah, because I remember there was like really cool like.
Well, there's
action
the encounter action of detect magic, which is what you were doing.
Okay.
But yeah, Wesley is the only one who spots it. You notice on the ground, like just inside the burn patch, there's like almost a sort of a glowing magical energy, like a flat circular section, maybe 10 feet across, is just kind of has this sparkly, glowy energy, and as you kind of like see through it, it shifts and phases in and phases out for a second, and then the illusion breaks for you. Everybody else still sees the illusion. But for you, suddenly you're looking at just a low stone. Man, I'm struggling with words tonight. Just like a low stone, round circle in the ground, and in the middle of it, what looks to be a metal hatch.
So is it like cylindrical, or you said a low stone circle? Is it like perfectly round? I start describing it as I see it.
Yeah.
Perfect circle.
Yeah, it's not a perfect circle, but it's a circle. It's it's constructed by, it looks like human hands. It's like mortar and stuff, so there are flaws, and it's not perfect, but it is roughly in the shape of a circle.
Like a disc, with some width.
Yeah. But it looks like it basically is probably part of a structure that's built into the ground, and this is just the top of it.
Okay, and that's where
like the hatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a hatch in the center of it
Right.
that would open.
Alder says hatchery.
hatchery.
The hatchery.
It has words on it, doesn't it? It says "open here." Just end up.
As soon as I see
No
that
dead, open inside.
and describe it, you see Wesley, he just kind of sits down, crisscross, and he starts concentrating. Yeah. I'm assuming that object, that hatch that I see, that's where the magic emanations from.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
and the magic was the illusion that you saw.
Oh, okay. Okay, then never mind, I guess.
Yeah.
After
Yeah, I would say, as you do the read aura, you can advise the others about the magic that you're seeing, and I'll allow them to see through the illusion as well.
Okay.
So as Wesley's kind of describing the aura to you, you guys one by one are kind of, oh, I see it now. Almost like you're seeing through an optical illusion or something.
It's like those posters.
Yeah.
You got to cross your eyes to
Right.
see the 3D. And
We're
just
getting
get
real
you close.
close and then slowly back out.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and take a little 5-minute break there, and let's meet back after. Yay! Welcome back to the stream, everybody. We're playing a little Star-Crossed Horizons. Things just got wild. Wild. Are you guys ready to get back into it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. What do? You're looking at this round stone structure in the ground, hatch roof, and then there's also a 20-foot in diameter hole just about 45 feet away.
I'm thinking,
You guys haven't approached the hole yet.
I'm thinking I want to check for traps.
So the hatch is before the what looks like was where the comet or whatever it was landed.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
the direction that you guys approach, I mean, obviously they're just two things, so before depends on your orientation, but
I have to ask. Are we
But yeah.
calling it a comet or a meteor? One is it?
Meteor's fine.
Damn it.
Probably
All right,
accurate.
fine.
I'll try.
there's actually a terminology, right, for things
There
that-
is. The comet
I never can remember.
comet generally wouldn't hit, but
Yeah.
because it has a stationary orbit.
Yeah,
But
I think
a meteor-
meteor is right. Yeah.
Meteor. So the illusion was the fact that this hatch was hidden.
Right. Yeah. It was
Okay.
basically an
Like it's
invisibility.
invisibility. Okay.
Yeah.
So the meteor's still a thing, as far
Right.
as we know.
Mhm.
Yeah, no.
Meteor's still a problem, but
Yeah.
also
Is it hot? Like in the area?
Atmospherically, no. I mean, it's maybe
any
warm.
radiation or anything coming off, or
Radiation. What's that?
no
No.
heat radiation?
No, there's not a
like
lot of
radiation.
There's not a lot of extra heat. I mean, maybe it's just a little bit warmer, like as you get closer to the hole, but not a ton. It's been a few hours for the fire to kind of burn up a lot of stuff and go out, and things to kind of return to normal.
Could be some
In
of
a
that
sense,
crazy metal that burns for thousands of years.
you never know.
We never know.
You just won't know till you do something.
Yeah. Taven, why don't you pick up that?
Pick up the meteor that.
pick up the hatch.
the hatch. That's what I said. I was going to check for traps.
Give us that perception check.
Lord, be good to me, old dice gods.
Oh, it's.
I am
definitely
not using that. Not using that roll. I don't.
Can I roll it? Can I roll an aid for that?
Sure.
Can only go well.
No.
Hey, could only go well.
Great.
That was loud.
Okay. You actually needed that because it's now a 24.
Oh.
Tavam, you do spot there is some very, very faintly carved, like almost invisible lines. They're so thin. These rune carvings kind of around the edge of the trap, and they're once you see them, you kind of get the lighting just right. You have to look at it at a certain angle to even really see. You almost see this like icy blue is in the writing.
I see blue writing, and I'm assuming it's not a language that I can read.
It's a spell. It looks like it's a magical effect. Yeah.
Does anybody know dispel magic? Because I'm pretty sure there's a spell around the edge of the thing.
And you can attempt to disable magical traps as well, if you will,
Oh,
with your
with
thievery.
Still does it.
But dispel magic can work if somebody wants to. Give them the old 2-room rule.
I mean, yeah, I can try to disable it. My thievery's not that bad.
I'll go back on the dinghy.
I'll
go back to the ship.
Yeah.
I'll aid on this as well.
Okay.
All right, I'll
Hold on.
wait on that aid check first.
Wait, do I? Oh wait, no, I don't even have to. I don't have to be trained to aid, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I think you do if the action requires to be. I don't know. That could be wrong.
I mean, that's reasonable. I think it's up to the GM, really, because I mean, like,
You
it
do
depends
set
on.
the DC also on the aid check.
Yeah.
What is this
Stitches.
GM rule?
I would say in this case, because you are a spellcaster, I'd let you do the aid check without being trained in thievery, just because you.
Can I aid?
Sure, yeah.
I'm trained in thievery.
Okay. Wow. Not a competition, Tucker.
Oh,
Jesus, guys.
Ever save it? Oh my god! Wow!
You wasted all our crits, guys.
I hope there's no combat tonight.
I don't know. We'll see if they're
This is why
wasted
we
after
die.
you roll.
Yeah.
This is why we die.
fuck.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
So-
you guys, you get out a chisel and hammer and you extract the trap. It's an ice blast trap.
We haven't gotten the disable check yet. Those were just aids.
Those were just the aids. How much is my bus? My bonus? 2? 4?
Yeah,
2?
2.
You gonna roll a damn one.
This is hilarious.
Wow. Oh, there it is.
Nope.
Get those hero points out early, dude.
Yeah, let's get rid of them early.
Jeez.
Well, that's better, but gee, not much.
Okay. You do manage to disable it. It's not as you've got. I think what happens is Wesley and Hadron are both on your shoulder. Like, so this magic means this, and the other one's like, no, but it also means this. Okay, sometimes, and it just depends. They're going back and forth.
You're supposed to cut the red rune, not the blue rune.
Blue rune.
So they're being more distracting than helpful. And that's why
Yes, exactly.
yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
There is a such thing as too much help.
Between the three of you, you do manage to effectively just kind of like cross out the right places, and that shiny blue light goes out.
I have a feeling I felt similar effects to this before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Keeping a lookout for that trap.
What are the odds of 320s back to back to back again?
That's 1 in 8,000.
8,000?
Wow.
All right.
Crazy.
Open the hatch.
Who's opening the hatch?
Before we open the hatch.
It better be Wesley since he's had 2 20s.
Yeah, that's all.
Well,
Yeah, but I just shot my wad. I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, Wesley doesn't know.
Alder will.
What if-
All right.
Maybe what if can we before we open the hatch? Can we take a quick? I want to take a quick jaunt to the crater, the impact site, and just take a look. I don't want to leave that
In a book.
unattended.
So you go over to the crater. It does get a little warmer. Like the stone seems to still just be kind of hot, but not like not burning hot or anything. You think you could still stand on it with your bare feet or something if you wanted to. As you look down the hole, it like kind of comes down at an angle. So
Kind of like that tail.
Yeah, kind of like that cattail. I got Tavam here with me tonight.
Yep.
But yeah, it comes down at an angle, and there's smoke kind of like rising up out of the top of the hole, but you can kind of see down under the bottom, and you can see down like pretty far. It's like 30 feet maybe, and at that depth, you see this what looks to be like maybe a field of purple energy.
I take a rock and I throw it down there.
The purple energy seems to be letting the smoke out, but is otherwise obscures what you could see. The rock falls down in and hits against the purple energy field and then just rests on top of it.
Is that purple energy field reminiscent of the faceless stalker that we fought when he turned into a purple?
It's a similar color, yeah.
So the rock is kind of like floating in the energy?
But it almost seems like it's just sitting on top of it. Like
but
as
the
if
energy
it were...
is like, it's vertical, right?
Well, okay, so the shaft comes down, and then the energy field is perpendicular to the shaft. So it's basically like going across, yeah.
So it's kind of like an invisible...
Like a force field.
Yeah, like a force field, maybe.
I got you.
That seems to be covering the hole.
I want to do a quick memory check.
Okay.
Recall knowledge, if you will.
To do.
And before I do, on this field, on this force field,
okay.
See if anything comes to mind. Want me to pick the skill or?
Yeah, I mean, this is a magical effect, so you can choose any of the spellcasting recall knowledges.
Okay. Then I will do. Give me an Arcana check.
And you roll it twice though, right?
Yeah, I do.
'Cause you're-
That's right. I forgot. Just roll it again.
Okay.
My
Dude.
friend.
Wow. Save
Rolling
some of
Really
rocks
bad
tonight.
we get it.
that.
Well-
When we get in a fight, I won't be able to pull off even a bon mot.
yeah. This is
You
very
can bother
reminiscent.
yourself Again.
Yeah, very reminiscent of the purple energy from the fight. It looks like this is definitely a stronger, but more structured version of that. Like that was kind of seemed to be an ad hoc type of magic when you were on the ship. It was, strong enough to block some attacks, but ultimately fairly fragile. This seems to be very, very well stabilized. And it seems to be like it's built to be some sort of a containment field or an exclusion field. It's meant to serve as a wall. Whether to keep things in or out, you're not really sure. But
Can I see like through it to see what what's
it
beyond
doesn't completely block vision, but it's it obscures it enough that you can't really make anything out down there. You can make out that the hole continues to go down a little bit further, and then it's just there's just not enough to work with after that.
So the rock around it, is it loose rock or is it like solid stone? Because this is like a island.
Yeah, at the surface level, it's pretty loose, but underneath, it's actually like solid rock. It goes to bedrock like pretty fast. So this is definitely not like a sandbar. It's some sort of rocky formation that's just out here in the middle of the ocean.
Man-made.
It doesn't seem to be.
It's not
Back to the
so
hatch.
the exposed stone that we see
Perhaps
is not.
Kraken
Is
made.
it similar to the stone? Yeah, to the hatch. Anything along those lines?
You would suspect? No, I mean probably not. I think it would seem like whatever building materials were used here were probably shipped in.
Spalder, can you move the earth?
Yes, it might take time.
For you, I could. I would move the earth.
Earth.
I won't do that.
A rough estimate is I can move one bulk of Earth for every 2 actions.
What is a bulk?
Not a
It's
lot.
bulk.
10 bulk is
Like a bucket.
cumbersome.
One bucket.
Bulk, I think they say is, bulk is a measurement of both unwieldiness and weight. But generally speaking, it's about 10 pounds, I think, for a bulk.
Oh,
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
That's not
so
much.
Like a foot square.
I have a staff of earth. I don't know if I could help with that.
but yeah, sometimes like for example, something like a halberd will be one bulk, even though it's way less than 10 pounds. It's like a long implement. It's unwieldy. Like carrying it around is hard. So it's kind of a double metric of shape and weight.
Do you think that moving this earth take a lot of energy out of you?
Energy, no, just time.
It might give us a better idea of what is below, without actually going down below to see.
That's what we want to do. I can crackle. I can.
What exactly are you guys gonna dig?
Essentially.
But I mean, like dig where?
Well, it's buried down, right? I figured we could dig around it.
Like try to dig.
So
South?
if the
Around
catch
the
is
force
like
field.
this, right? Exactly.
Oh, to like expand
Yeah.
around the hole where the force
Right.
field is.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excavate.
Yeah, you could, Spalder, if you want to, like you kind of pull a couple of sort of handfuls, kineticist fulls of dirt out, like near where the purple energy is. And as you sort of excavate around, you uncover more purple energy. And like as you go the other direction, and it also goes that other direction. And after a couple of minutes of moving Earth, you can make out it looks to be there's a curvature to it. So you're assuming this is some kind of a dome, a sphere, or a dome, perhaps. You're not sure exactly what's underneath of it, but whatever this containment energy is, it's like in a spherical shape.
So even while moving the Earth, would that give way to see inside any easier?
Maybe a little bit. But it still just shows the tunnel goes a little bit deeper.
Do the traps.
Yeah, at this point, I think we should just
Yeah.
go ahead and open the hatch.
Let's open the hatch and look down and see what we see.
I'll open up the hatch.
You walk over to the hatch. You say, "The hatchery."
It opens.
You lift the hatch, and inside you see what is like a sort of a short ladder that goes down into this circular hole. And at the bottom of that, you can see maybe like 10 feet below you, there is a wooden landing. And then you can just kind of make out, you're like looking down this cylindrical tube. You can just kind of make out what looks like a staircase that descends down from that landing, going deeper. And then you can maybe just make out sort of that it switches back. It looks like this is a staircase that goes down and then switches back to go further down and then switches back to go further down. From up here, you have no idea how deep it goes, but you don't see anybody right away and you don't hear anything right away.
I'll
Follow the leader.
jump down.
Okay.
Wait behind him.
Boom. You land on the wooden landing. Dust kicks up.
Can I take a
You-
look around, like
Mhm.
now being inside of the hatchery?
Yeah, now that you're in the hatchery, it definitely looks like this, just what you expected. The staircase, wooden staircase goes down, and you basically have like a stone square at this point. The top was round, but down here, this is like a squared section.
So inside the circular hole was a square hole the whole time.
We've squared it up. So basically you have a wooden staircase that goes down and then switches back and goes down and continues to go down.
Didn't you know it?
Give me a perception check.
Well,
I can give you an amateur.
Okay.
Okay.
How
That's
far?
fair.
How far from the
Yep. Very
hatch
amateur.
top down to the landing is it?
This is
About
the
10.
best I've rolled
10 feet.
in
10
months.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is fair.
Dom rolled higher than a 3. He's fucking rocking
Yeah,
it right now.
Yeah.
Let's go to combat.
Loving
Yeah.
He just used his best roll of the night. I don't know if you should do that, but
Yeah.
Hey, if I've seen anything tonight, we've all been rolling good enough to go to combat. Maybe not so much Taven.
Stop.
now that you're here, you do you hear like a very muffled cough that's coming from down below. Like somebody just like
Not like this one.
but nobody seemed to react to you landing on the landing.
Was he the only one that heard the cough?
Yeah. He's the only one who's down on the landing right now. Is everybody else coming down? There is a ladder. You can, come down.
Yeah, I'll go down behind him.
Maybe I'll stay back and keep guard.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait just long enough to make sure that there's not any like screams or of sheer pain or terror or anything like that, and then I'll head down.
Okay.
Captain's going. Acting captain's going.
No,
I'm gonna-
I think I'm fairly sneaky. I think I'll go down with him.
Okay.
I'm going to change my exploration activity to putting note.
Okay. Is everybody going to try to be quiet as they go down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Svalder, are you still taking the van? Okay. Svalder, give me your stealth check first.
I have to roll. Assume I fucking crit fail.
Wow. I mean,
No, I
let's
believe.
see that roll.
I believe.
bro.
What?
Let's go to combat.
We got a new GWID,
so-
boys.
That's right. I like it.
Gwyd's back on the menu.
Yeah.
It's back on the menu, boys.
About fucking time with all the shit I've had to endure for the last
Welcome
several
back,
months.
Dom. The rolls.
So you start making your way down. We'll get everybody else's stealth check here in just a second, but Svalder, you make your way down the switchback several times. It's about seven switchbacks before the next landing. You can see, instead of a normal landing, it actually opens up into what looks like a room. It is a larger space. It is lit by maybe candlelight or torchlight or lantern light, something you see flickering flame light lighting this room down here. And as you kind of like come around the last little post, you kind of like lean in to look around to kind of get your head down to look into the room as it first becomes available. You can see that there are crates. It's a large open room, like maybe, let me measure something, maybe like 55 feet by 50 feet. Large open room. You see crates, barrels, a table, chests, and you see just a quick glance, like a couple of doors in the room. And then sitting on one of the crates, you see the back of somebody's head. It looks like he has long, dark hair. And as you're kind of like looking at him, you hear him cough again. And he doesn't turn to look at you or anything.
Zoom tight.
Why does this feel like an episode of
turns.
Lost?
Everybody else at this point, give me your stealth checks to see whether or not you trigger this guy.
I'm gonna stealth so hard right now. Roll 20.
Nice. And the balance.
Gotta keep it in back.
Are you letting
Okay,
that
just
ride?
so what did I roll?
A
'Cause,
one.
You
I,
rolled natural
screamed,
one.
Like I rolled a 1.
Romeo also rolled really poor.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Oh,
Oh, it's in the fates.
Oh no.
Yep. As soon as you guys come into contact with potential opposition, you immediately begin a crit
And with
failing.
that, I do a 360.
Everyone's
walk away.
like, "Oh, Dom's finally rolling well." Well, we're not.
Yeah.
No,
Not
we're
you,
not.
Dom, and all your hard work.
You did
So-
say Gesundheit.
Everybody else is kind of coming down behind you, Svalder. So you get this moment to like see this guy where he doesn't see you, but after a few seconds, you hear somebody up the stairs like stumble and like fall. He almost falls, trips, catches himself like two stairs below, but it makes this loud thud sound. The figure in the room whips around to look at the staircase, and you see his face. And let's.
We're a group of people trying to start up a new town, Svalder's Gate. We're just seeing if you were interested.
Is it our captain?
No, as he whips around and looks at you, Svalder, you see your own face looking right back at you.
Okay. Baldur's Gate was my idea first, sir.
You can't fucking have it. What would you guys say is the marching order?
I was behind Svalder.
I was behind Wesley.
I try to stay in the middle, but
Wesley is the group cream pie.
Wow.
oof.
I'm
That's
just
harsh.
taking a wild guess here. Does this seem reasonable to you guys?
Yeah.
Are you all seeing the screen,
Yeah.
by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. You like I had you in that little holding tank there? I didn't know how if you were going to actually succeed at stealthing. But yeah, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Let me get you an encounter. Because as soon as he turns to see you, well, actually, I guess, are you going to talk to him? What do you say?
Baldur's Gate was my idea.
Baldur's Gate was my idea.
Give me, well, let's see. Let me roll a check. I'm going to roll a check. Don't shake for the love of God. Not that. Okay, as you step in, or as he hears it, he whips around, sees you, and he says, "You're not wearing your number."
Baldur just kind of like turns to look at Wesley and then like turns back at him. I dropped my 69 somewhere.
We don't have 69. Nice.
What's your number then? I don't see your number. Do I see his number?
You do see, like, on his shoulder, he has a little thing that has 3 tick marks on it.
Baldur starts etching in multiple lines up to 69 on the shoulder.
1, 2, 3, 4, cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross.
There you go, Tevis.
That's
Oh, no.
man.
Oh,
no.
It begins.
The balance.
Oh.
The balance.
no.
The universe has found balance.
Oh.
I didn't roll
Baldur.
it.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck nuts.
Arwin has
Yay.
rolled 3 1s in a row.
Wow.
What is
1 in 8,000, baby.
1 in 8,000? Twice though. So it's like 1 in 24,000 then, right? Something
By
like that.
one person though. I did that all by me.
I think that would be when it's 1 in 8,000 and a 1 in 8,000. It's like 1 in 64 million. I think is the resultant
gonna go by a
likelihood.
lot.
Fucking
Oh,
history
yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
We left our
wowza.
numbers. We left our numbers in the wash.
Oh.
Give me a deception check.
Did you get that chat, Toes?
Oh, I don't think I did.
In
Was
the
it?
cord?
Oh, nice. That's
I just
super
go
small.
ahead and
I know, it's because I had to screenshot his token. I don't have his token.
Okay.
Can you enlarge it?
enhance.
I can try.
Or can you just give me his?
Can you just not just zoom?
But
Grib
Can
it.
you not
Grib.
zoom?
Grib.
No, it's pixelated. Got to be that. I would just need your actual image.
Try to find it. Remember. I only have like 8 solid states that I have.
On the
a bunch of
mouse
shit
overs,
everywhere.
the mouse over is big enough, but can't.
So
screenshot a
I'm
mouse
gonna
over
see
because
how
the
it
hover
turns
effect.
out.
Oh, that is blurry as hell. Don't use that. Take it away.
Beautiful.
The hover though is terrible.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, it's
Anyway,
not.
It's
not
fine.
terrible.
Just don't hover. Just don't hover.
Yeah, just don't hover. Yeah, he's like, who the hell are you? You're not part of, and then you can see he gets up and is going to, looks like he's making to maybe run this direction, but that's where we're gonna pick up the initiative.
Targeting myself. What? Natural 20 on initiative.
Beautiful.
Jeez.
3 1s and 120.
That's everybody, right?
Yeah.
Romir, you're up. You can, of course, push past your allies here.
I'm gonna delay.
You're gonna delay, okay? Hadron, then it will be your turn. From where you're at, Hadron, you... I would say you have line of sight, but he would have, like, G-Cov if you needed to make an attack roll or something.
Yeah.
Because you'd be trying to, like, shoot under the thing. It would be weird. But if you wanted to, you can also move through your allies if you want to try to, like, get closer. And in case this wasn't clear before, this is a staircase that switches back, so it comes down, and then over, and then it comes back down. So you could
So there's a landing.
Yeah, there's a landing right where it is.
Script.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, I see. Nice roleplay.
I'm here, guys. Tucker, tell us what you got.
Oh, you're just gonna force barrage.
Targeting.
Oh, for the icon or for the can't target
Looks
him either.
like an ally.
I think he's. I used the Uncertain Alliance on this token.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, okay. Good thing I delayed.
So there, can you target him now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, secret disposition. You guys might have thought he was friend. You know. Okay, so you're gonna force barrage. Are you doing 1 action, 2 action, or 3 action?
It's gonna do 3, but it's not letting me hit 3, so... But it'll just be 3d4 plus 3, right?
Oh, you're just doing a first level, John?
Yeah, just a first level John.
Yeah, 3d4 plus
Force
3.
John?
Yeah.
Little John Barrage?
Give him the John.
John Barrage, he was pretty cool.
Bro, give me that damage.
1d4 plus 1 John damage.
3d4 plus 3 John damage.
John plus John damage.
So, anyways, he started blasting.
Nice.
Nice.
A 4, a 3, and a 1. Big damage. Boom, boom, boom. They smash into his body as he's turning, doing substantial damn. Spalder, you're up.
I did Smolder roll for him to be.
Yeah, I guess he rolled shit. I didn't actually look at the
It looks
die
like
roll.
it says 10.
Yeah,
see
he
the
rolled
die
a
number.
2.
Oh,
As many ones as we rolled, and dude is still like behind 3 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on. We're just kind of geeking and random things.
we did surprise
Murder
him,
hobo.
I guess.
I think
Big
he
Nim.
surprised us too.
Big junk.
We'll just do a 1 action melee elemental
Jam.
blast.
Okay. That's a
Nice.
hit.
Nice.
15. Damn, dude. You burn into him. This is fire? Yeah, this is fire. What shape do you do? Melee elemental?
Oh shit, I forgot to use my weapon infusion. It doesn't matter though.
okay.
Generally he's just been kind of doing the shape of which proficiency did I take for Viking?
Oh, longsword? Or was it the axe?
I took longsword, yeah. So it's
Okay.
generally going to be in the shape of like a longsword.
So you like kind of slash through him, but it burns through his body. He's looking pretty rough at this point. That's your turn though, right?
Yeah. First action was thermal nimbus, action to move, and yeah,
Then the blast. Okay.
yeah.
Save him. You're up.
Give him a little bit of that demoralization.
Okay.
I had him targeted. It should. That didn't tell me.
25 is a success. So he'll be frightened Juan.
Second action. Move there.
There are a lot of boxes there. Like a lot.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
What's that?
Could I have moved here? I have 30 feet of movement. Touch mirror.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then I'll move here.
I'd say you can do this without burning extra stuff if you can make a balance check.
A balance check.
Yeah, you'll need to, because this is uneven terrain. You'll need to balance.
I have.
Does that mean he has the high ground?
It's over, Anakin.
It's a fluff high ground. Yeah.
What?
Everyone needs a fluffer in their life.
Right.
Okay.
Rope runner doesn't help with that. Okay. Just an acrobatics check.
Yeah. A balance. You're super balanceful. You are balanced so well. Okay. That's 2 actions. What's going to be that third, John?
Oh, you know, coming.
Oh, I think I know.
And yep, it's going to come hard too.
Okay.
Pancake?
So
Panache?
it's going to come
Pistachio?
super hard.
Oh, it did.
Wow.
The coming it did.
That is a critical hit, I think, right? Wait,
Wow.
33? Yeah, that's a critical.
Nice, dude.
Let's just go ahead and kill him till he dies from it.
That's not a one.
Oh, yeah, he's
Holy shit.
you stab straight through him and like skewer him, and he like lurches forward almost on the end of your blade. You stab him in the back, coughs up blood, and slumps to the ground dead. You
Don't worry.
notice he does not shift into the body of a faceless stalker.
Oh,
Swalder fades from existence.
I think
Yeah, you look at a picture of Svalder, it's getting fainter.
The actual Swalder.
Svalder's still fine, but the picture.
I think at that point I say something like, I wait for the fair price.
Nice. Hero point to be well for that. That's good.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, you definitely kind of satisfied your edict for sure. I mean, that was almost an assassination. You just kind of, you know. So yeah, as he falls, there's a quiet falls as well. Kind of listen for a second. Don't hear any immediate like crashing or anything. And as you guys look around the room, you can see 2 what seem to be fairly well constructed, sturdy doors. One to the west, and one to the east, which is larger. And then to the north, there's a third door that seems to be like barricaded, like maybe people threw stuff in front of this door to keep something from coming out or something like that.
I bet if we open that door, we'll find a purple force field behind it.
I don't want to try.
Fuck.
The door to the north?
What do you guys want to do?
I
would like to. I'm curious as to what or who we just.
I do want to search his body.
We just basically came down here and killed a guy.
That looked like
Right,
one of
yeah,
our
I know.
crew
like
members.
Svalder.
So I'm just curious why.
I want to get.
I
Can I
look
do
like
a
him.
recall knowledge check?
Okay, sure. Yeah, he just has some basic basic equipment on him, not too much. He wasn't like dressed like Svalder. Give me your check. Okay,
Like,
28.
are we talking? He looked like a twin or similar to Svalder?
Almost like you're looking at him basically side by side now, you know, because like his face wasn't really damaged in the killing process, and it looks almost identical. Maybe this looks kind of like it could be a younger Svalder, like maybe he didn't live as, maybe it's the same age, but he didn't live as hard. You know, Svalder, like growing up north, was very weather beaten.
Was it the same voice as his?
It did sound the same, yeah.
Does he also have the prosthetic arm, like the earthen prosthetic arm, or is he just missing his arm?
No, he has the arm that you were born with.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Arsfalder and kind of punch him in the shoulder and see if he's as dense as the people we've been punching.
You're gonna have to do damage to do that.
I mean, really?
Roll.
I can't just come up and be like,
I mean, you got to hit him hard enough to, like, you have to actually, because you notice the difference when you're like smashing into these guys, you know.
This is
I mean,
the
we're
game
guys.
that kills Svalder.
Maybe just
We're
one
guys.
point.
It's what we do.
No,
yeah,
Speaking of which,
I think I'm actually gonna do it. I'm not raging or anything, so
as he goes up to smack him, I've killed several of faceless guys. Did this feel the same?
What do you mean in terms of the?
Like, just like
Well, yeah, because okay, yeah, no, I mean, it did feel different. Like this was definitely like softer. Like the knife just kind of went in like butter, like you would expect with a human target. You're like, oh yeah, that's the clean kill.
Not like
Whereas when you kill the faceless stalkers, there's, just kind of a toughness
different anatomy.
that wasn't there.
you can almost feel like the rapier kind of bend a little bit when it hits the tough to go in.
Yeah. Did you want to stab Svalder to?
I was thinking about it, but no, I'm gonna watch. Hit him.
Dom, are you gonna avoid it getting hit, or are you just gonna let him do it?
I'm gonna
I just
try
like-
to avoid it.
I like
I
that.
don't want to get stabbed.
No,
not a
punch.
stab, just a
talking about
punch.
me smacking you on the shoulder.
Oh yeah, I mean I'll still try to avoid it.
Okay, give us an attack roll. Hey.
You don't want to do like a sneak.
As Hadron sees that his party's been possessed and is attacking Svalder, he throws a fireball to save his friend.
I'm gonna use my reactive shield and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
You punch his shield, huh? Bam!
Gonna like hold up my sight, checking density.
Density.
I mean,
I'm
I
gonna
knew
point
you'd
to you. I'm
care.
gonna point to him. I'm gonna be like,
Svalder mimics you.
"Are you you?"
Yeah, I'm me.
No, we've ran into other Wesleys.
Yeah, but that Wesley had a red coat, and this is obviously a purple Svalder.
Clearly, they're different.
Do I hear
Dude,
anything on the other
what
side of
the
that door?
hell? That's crazy.
It's a good.
You don't hear anything immediately on the other side of this door. You can hear like maybe some gentle banging somewhere very far away, which I'm only telling you because of the natural 20. But on the other side of this door, there's nothing making sound.
Keyhole.
There is a keyhole. Yeah.
Can I look through?
Yeah, you could look through. You can't really make out too much. It looks like there's some kind of large green statue directly opposite the door. And then on the ground in front of that statue, like a red pentagram. Yeah.
Was this the door we came through?
No, you guys came down the stairs over here.
Came down the stairs. Okay, I'm gonna listen at this.
Okay, give me a perception check. Romir, you do anything with that info?
As I hear the tip tappings of a Wesley sneaking up on me, Captain Wesley, there is a green statue on the other side of this door.
Can you make out the statue?
Recall knowledge check. Would that
Sure.
be religion or nature? What do you
Would
think?
be occultism.
You want to go ahead and do a recall knowledge check, Captain Wesley?
Tavam, on your side, you don't hear anything.
Is there a keyhole on this one?
There is, yes.
I stepped out of
look
the way,
through that
so
Baldur, as you get up close to the northern door, you start to feel a little sick to your stomach. And you can just now kind of make out like a sort of a green mist that just is kind of seeping under the little crack under the door and then up through the barricaded stuff. And you kind of step back and take a few breaths and you feel better.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I think I missed. Did Wesley say something? I missed somebody.
I just
said I was-
No, I thought-
step forward.
I thought he was gonna try to recall knowledge on the statue, but if he won't, I will.
Oh,
I think no, yeah, I think it's better if you do. I say
Okay.
I don't know what to explain it. You just take a look for yourself.
And at the same time, I was looking.
yeah. So you look on your side.
Yeah,
Romeo, you want
Balance.
to make that check?
Let me go ahead
Um,
and see if I can try this.
Here, let me. It doesn't look familiar to me. Let me.
It looks like this.
aid you.
Oh
You want to aid me? Okay. Now that you
That's so
looked.
funny.
This day.
It looks like a weird, like a humanoid figure, standing with its palms upraised, and it has like these, like tentacles the head is like almost some sort of weird, long skull with these tentacles that come out of it. It looks like some kind of it's like an amalgamation of things. Like maybe it's a mix of a human and like an aboleth or something like that. Some sort of
Like a
aquatic.
deity?
A great old one.
It doesn't strike you as any deity that you recognize. It seems like it's something funkier than that. Like not a regular religion.
Maybe.
Would it?
It feels alien.
Alien, maybe. I mean, aboleths are part of Galarian. That's not that unusual. It's
Maybe-
really the fusion of the head with the humanoid body that's kind of the weird part.
When I have heard stories like this, circus or something like that,
I don't think so. This is pretty rare. This seems like, I mean, this is maybe one of a kind. But let me jump to Tavam. You look through your keyhole. You look down a hallway, and I meant to mention, a lot of the stuff in the room looks kind of just sort of disheveled. Like maybe things kind of just fell off. Like there was some sort of small, localized earthquake, or not necessarily an earthquake, but similar, like when the meteor struck, that has kind of disrupted a lot of things, knocked things off of shelves and stuff.
real quick before you get to Tatum on that, is this room a representation of what's in the?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
There's like crates and barrels and tables and all that stuff, yeah. As you're looking down the hall, you see another door, a smaller door directly ahead, and then it looks like the corridor kind of turns to the left, and there's maybe like a fallen metal candlestick in the ground, and that's all you see here.
Okay.
What do these notes have anything to say? It might be something random one. Might give a clue.
They're like shipping manifest is what you see on the note, and it includes some information about what's here. The shipping manifest lists a number of items that are like are used a lot in alchemical concoctions, and like spell rituals, like a lot of little bits and bobs, dust of this kind of gem, feathers of this kind of creature, that kind of stuff.
So if I were to be like, "Hey, Dornan, what kind of spells could this be used for? Would that be some common knowledge to what you...
I don't know. I don't think you'd be able to really put anything together just from the component list. I mean, maybe you get the inkling of like magic of creation, like conjuration, magic of healing, that kind of stuff seems to be an emphasis.
Healing. So weird abomination, conjuration, healing, shipping.
As you're looking around, you do notice these two scrolls here appear to be magical scrolls.
And a chest appears.
Ba, 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 ba.
What kind of scrolls are there?
Skies.
Double click that chest, bro.
Scroll of
Scroll of
calm.
calm.
Guys,
Formerly calm emotions, and disguise magic was formerly magic aura.
Like that's something our wizards could.
sounds like I'll eat them later.
Is anybody trying to open one of these doors? Like, does anybody have a lockpick set?
I've got these two arms.
I've got a crowbar.
Okay.
You know, before the invention of the crowbar,
I was raising my hand.
I do have my thieves' tools on me, guys,
I've
and
got
I am
these
pretty
tools
good.
as well.
I'm pretty good at thievery. So, which door do we want to start with? The one with the demonic ritual?
Can I assist?
When the time comes, yeah. You gotta pick a door first, though.
Are we doing the one with the hallway or the one with the demonic ritual? Doesn't matter to me.
Let's start here.
Demonic ritual. All right, that's the one I'll be going after.
before you do this,
It's open.
he's
Oh, that was
aid.
just that's
Sorry,
the
that's
aid.
I just-
Just the aid. Yeah, just the aid.
I just wanted to say that there is also a loud banging further down the hall.
A quiet banging.
A quiet banging.
Far away, yeah.
Far away, not. There's a quiet banging somewhere on the other side of this door.
But not in the other room.
Not in this
Basically, you
other
don't-
room.
Yeah, not in the next room.
You,
but
you hear the GM.
you hear the voice in the sky. Classic rolls. A 22 is enough to pop the lock.
24.
24.
No,
no,
you
no,
baked it in.
never mind.
I
Oh, okay.
added it.
It is, the lock does pop, and you can now kind of like turn the knob to open that dough.
I will as calmly, as quietly as possible.
Okay.
When we're ready, open the door.
Okay.
What's our marching order?
I'll come back.
I am where I am.
I'm backing up the cap. Back to you.
You're like massaging his shoulders. All right, Captain. All right, we got this.
You got
Got you,
this.
Captain. I got you.
All right,
Would you like to
Damon.
get on my shoulders?
Ooh. No. Keep massaging.
So as you open the door, you see the green statue that was described. You see the red pentagram, 5 skulls. I forgot to mention.
Would have been.
I don't see anybody else in the room.
You don't see anybody else in the room.
I will step into the room.
You step into the room.
And
In the south corner, you see sheets of paper, books, scrolls, all kind of disheveled and kind of tossed about. On the north side, looks like a workbench of some kind. And then on the back wall, like benches that hold different bones and like pottery. And then a lone dagger.
I pick up this flashlight.
Dagger's dead.
actually, I think I'll inspect the dagger first.
Okay. It seems to be ritualistic in nature, but otherwise looks to be a mundane dagger.
What about a Tuesday in dag?
Wow. Wow.
I mean, I guess it's better than the Thursday dagger. But, but I guess I'll search the paperwork.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I don't.
Okay.
see
Somebody else come search the paperwork.
I've been known to be quite the reader.
Avid reader. Yeah, you're getting left
That sounds
behind
about
there.
Still waiting for this body to turn purple and come back alive again.
He's
You
just
want
been
to just
standing
put it in
over
a
it the
crate?
whole time, like
Stuff the body in a crate.
No, I'll come in
Uh,
once I notice the room kind of emptied out.
okay. Wesley with the perception check.
So
There's a lot of unhelpful stuff. Seems to be not very valuable. A lot of different like magical writings, but some of them are like researchy in nature. They don't necessarily define a particular spell or activity. It's more like somebody's notes. And it's not just one person. Like this is from, gathered research that whoever was working here pulled together. But you do find a few things that seem to be valuable. There's a book that looks like it could be used to write spells in a way that is cool. You find some pre-charged rounds that you could shoot people with to heal them. Shoot to heal. You find ink that can be used to write hidden messages, and then 2 more scrolls.
Wow. Well, it feels like we're about to come up to a boss fight.
Big scrolls.
Thavam, what do you make of this statue right here?
I was gonna look at that in a second.
You want to check it out for traps, maybe?
Yeah, I'll probably check it. Perhaps. I mean,
last statue went over really well with you. You should totally do this again.
Give us that check, bro.
Oh, since I'm checking for traps, that'll be...
Oh, I saw one.
No, it's a perception check still for checking for traps.
Oh, is it?
Do I? So I don't have to be trained. I can aid.
Yeah,
Him?
yeah.
Like
It would-
perception.
Damn.
It would have been a
Okay.
+9.
Good spell.
Or do you want me to
Okay.
re-roll?
Oh, that's fine. So yeah, 22 with no aid.
What's going on?
What did you say?
What?
Nobody read Lovecraft?
No, I haven't actually.
I don't know
Oh,
how to
Great
read that.
Cthulhu.
That's
Cthulhu.
the chant that
I
all
see,
the
yeah.
Cthulhu people keep saying over and over and over again.
Wow.
It's been a while, but yeah, it's good
What the-
stuff.
Look, I was like, I had a stroke.
Tatum,
Your
you
cat
don't-
run across your face on keyboard?
you don't see any. You don't see any traps on the statue. As you're kind of inspecting it, you do notice that it has like these. Instead of eyes, it has these 2 like indentions. That maybe are like eye sockets, but there's nothing in there.
Do
This
these-
is like a spell book? Special spell book?
That's a grimoire, which is a special spell book. Yeah.
GM, I was
Which
gonna
I
say
think I
I'll
have one right now. Sorry.
You have
you're
to,
good.
or you
Double
get rid of
fist
that other.
grimoires?
I am gonna get rid of the other one.
You never used it.
To spring
And these-
vegetation up from the ground nearby. Woo.
Do these look like human skulls?
They look like different species. Some of them seem to be probably sea devils, Sawahagan. Sauhagan.
Pick one up.
Some seem to be humanoid, maybe human or elf.
Pick up that one. I'll inspect it. Look
Okay.
through it.
Oh, phew. Narrowly avoided a hair. Wow.
And
Okay.
rabbits.
Yeah, you pick up the skull. It seems to be a skull. You don't
I guess
really...
basically, do I see are any of them unusual?
No, I mean it's kind of no. There's nothing like
Outside of them being unusual.
No, yeah. Other than just being unusual, they're not very unusual.
That was profound.
Wesley, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and investigate this desk over here.
Okay. At the desk, you find a lot of tools. Some of them actually pretty rare and cool. On the workbench, there are some tools enough to make certain toolkits.
Oh,
Oh, those are more expensive.
Hadron.
Huh.
You may
Yes.
want to come check this out.
I mean, do we need to like make the toolkits, or can we just
No, you can
decide?
Yeah, you can just pick them up basically.
They're
Just loot
just-
that stuff.
Armor polish.
Oh, no.
Impression.
Yeah.
Now,
Go for it.
I mean, yeah, either
the
one of
captain
us.
could make an impression too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does anybody have snare crafting?
I don't think
I
so.
know.
Ava might be the crafter in general.
Didn't snare crafting get like completely redone, Master?
I don't know.
I think so. Or it
No,
got
no roll off, no
changed.
nothing there, Chris. Just,
I remember
Oh.
previously. It was,
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's got prestidigitation. Why does he need a bottom himself with a scroll?
I'm sorry. I thought you were giving it. No, I'll roll. I don't. It's fine. Do you use diplomacy?
diplomacy. I mean,
Not often.
You should totally allow me to have this.
There is.
where's my character?
Captain's rights.
I mean, I am trained in diplomacy.
But
He
do
wins
you
ties
use it?
by a half a point.
I don't need to use it.
You guys should make contested diplomacy checks to determine who takes it.
Ooh,
Oh, there you go.
roll off.
Okay.
The thing, I'll probably lose this one grandiosely.
I'm assuming the
I
captain
don't
has an
know.
advantage, but
5.5.
Just
Half
a
a
bit.
roll.
I have a huge disadvantage apparently.
Oh!
oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I
hadn't
didn't
seen
realize
that
that. I hadn't
Yeah.
seen that yet. Damn.
I saw the dice. I didn't see the modifiers. Damn.
Yeah, mask of net or -3 to diplomacy check. Because apparently I'm just supposed to kill him.
you emit an aura of creepiness.
What about when he polishes the armor?
All right, you said there was a knife on the floor.
Yeah, it's just but Tavam looked at it already. It's a regular dagger.
Okay, I seem to keep collecting regular.
Speaking of that dagger, can I look at it for a second?
Sure. It looks
No,
like a
I'm talking
dagger.
about Hez dagger. I
Oh.
want to look at Hez dagger.
Oh Blackfinger, yeah.
Yeah, I want to look at Blackfinger.
Finger.
It's in the. Where is it? You look under the items tab. It says Blackfinger 2.
I'd like to do a general just search of the room to see if I can find something that might fit in the eye
I don't
sockets
know how to-
of this
2.
aberration.
Okay.
But
Yeah, give me a perception.
And I want to inspect Blackfinger.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah,
Fuck.
as you're holding Blackfinger, it feels really, really good in your hand. Like, wow, that is just the perfect weight. And I mean, I mean, like, you kind of imagine the scenario that played out in the room before where you stab that guy in the back and you think, like, man, if I did that with this dagger, I could get the angle just so much more perfect.
You don't use this, right? You do use it? Oh. If you ever want to trade or get rid of it, you let me know. God, I hope I don't take any damage when I hand it back to him.
You are able to hand it back to him without damage. There is a second Blackfinger on the ship right now in the hands of Brother Thomas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at that one too.
You dirty G.
So Bribs, looking around the room with a 29 on the workbench, like underneath of some of the tools, you actually kind of move some things aside, and you see that there are 2 purple gems that look like they're cut in basically the perfect shape for those eye sockets.
Part of me says put them in, and part of me says do not do it.
Captain Wesley, what do you think?
Let's do it.
Okay, here you go. I hand them to Captain Wesley.
The rolls are going to go really good or really bad. It's still a great story.
All right.
TPK. TPK.
Lead from the front. Are you sure you don't want the honors, Bromir?
I am most certain.
You did find them. I think.
It was more of a, hey, look at this.
All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put them in.
Okay.
You almost kind of. I don't know where I want to be.
You almost kind of have to like put a hand on his hand to reach up high enough
Taven,
to
give me a boost.
drop the drop the first eye in. It slots in perfectly. Go around to the other side. Drop the second eye in. It slots in perfectly. There's a moment where nothing happens, and then you hear a grinding sound. And you see the workbench on the north wall starts to scrape out across the floor as a secret door is revealed.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought the whole time. I wasn't
Good
even
job.
bothered.
Good job, Bromir.
I knew that would happen. Yes.
Yes.
And then Taven takes the gems.
It was absolutely not going to turn out to be a golem or something.
Harps.
Yep.
Adron.
Oh, you're checking for traps?
Harps.
Tarps.
You don't see any tarps.
If
This
we
place
take the
could get
gems
wet.
out, take the gems out, does the door close back?
It starts to close, yeah.
All right, I'll put it back.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
Okay, we'll catch them on the way back out.
On the way back, right. Unless we never come back here.
Anything's possible.
You go down the hall to the door.
Only
And
if
I'm gonna
there's a
listen.
Zada down here.
The Za?
A Zada.
We'll take a
Zadas.
listen at the door.
Captain Wesley, I will get you that Za.
Avum, you do hear sounds on the other side of the door. At first, just like maybe like a clicking, or a clang, like a chunk, and then maybe like a loud hissing sound, and then you also hear voices. Are you sure that's the right order?
So I think I hear machinery and people talking. Some sort. Is the door locked?
You try the handle very gently, and it seems to rotate freely.
Alright. I'm gonna make 3 scratches on my left shoulder. If that's the right shoulder.
No, it's the left shoulder.
It is the left shoulder. Alright, I make 3 scratches.
No, it's the right shoulder, but it's
Oh,
the
it
left
is?
shoulder.
The right shoulder is the
We're
left
having fun.
shoulder.
We're having
Yeah.
fun.
Right
It is
shoulder is
what
the
it
left
is.
shoulder. Alright, well I'm gonna put 3 marks on my shoulder.
Okay. Well, the guy that he had the guy outside, he had like a little badge. It was like almost kind of a round cloth piece that had 3 marks on it.
You do have a map.
Yeah, I know I have a mask. I don't. I can make myself look kind of like Svalder, but
But you can
well,
also
you
make
can-
yourself look
we
kind of
have
like you
Spalder.
with that.
Why
Yeah,
don't
I
you
You
can
can
just
disguise
adjust
your clothing as part
Yeah.
of it.
oh yeah. Well, then I can just be me with the clothing with the badge of 3,
as well as the rest of us?
as well as the rest of them.
Ooh.
Okay. Do you want to use the number 3 on
I
everybody?
No.
We do 69.
I'll use 3 on Spalder for sure because we killed 3. So we're
Okay.
I know he's good with
Boulder first. We're gonna
Yeah.
call him Small.
Spalder, yeah. And then I will use a random
I'll
3, 2,
say,
1.
You know, the first thing that's going to happen when you walk in this door with this plan is you'll have to make a deception check. So maybe not Svalder first.
So I'll go in first, and I will have 2 marks on my shoulder.
Where did those guys come from?
Who?
2 marks.
Oh. I don't know. I guess they're just 2 Johns. Hold on. Anyways, you do who? Marks, 2 marks for you?
2 marks for me.
Yeah.
3 smart. 3 marks for Spalder. I'll give Wesley 4 marks. I'll give Romir 1 mark. And
Okay.
I'll give I'll give 2 marks as well.
And Hadron.
Oh, Hadron. Wherever Hadron is,
Back in the room.
back in the room, I will give Hadron 4 marks.
Okay. So before we go into the next room, let's take another quick break. I gotta pee like a racehorse and get something for this raging heartburn.
All right. Man.
All right, let's do this. Is somebody gonna pop that door?
Holy
if
shit,
so-
I've been muted this whole time.
Is it Tavam or is it Wesley going in?
Wesley, he's been rolling.
With deception.
With deception.
I
It was
mean,
pretty good.
Taven's pretty good with deception.
I'd say Tavam. He's probably better at it than I am.
Pop that door. Oh no!
Oh, I'm so mad.
You.
What is it,
open-
guys? What do you say?
What do you see up there? You
I
open the door, and go ahead, B. Will.
I see, I see Hadron. I see me, and I see Romir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as the door opens, the He character turns to look at you, Tavam, and in a fairly normal voice says, "What are you doing here?"
I was told to come help.
All right, well, we'll get in here and get to work. We're trying to figure out how to disable this thing to clear that poisonous cloud.
I'll come in, and I don't know if anybody's going to follow me or not.
Give me a deception check, Tavam, as you guys are kind of filing in. Okay. So yeah, they seem to be, they're like, oh yeah, all right, sure.
More of us.
And you,
sure.
and you do notice them like look at your shoulders and stuff. These guys all seem to have a 3 on their shoulder.
It's a good thing I only put Balder with.
Hello, bro, man.
Make a perception check to see.
Hello.
If
The law.
Is that what he's saying? Okay, I was going to say. And no, this one.
As you look at them, I mean, they seem like physically identical, but not all have the same, like, I don't know, they don't all stand the same way that you do. Like some of them kind of stand different, or
How do you feel about broccoli?
can't touch it. Can't touch the stuff. And he's like pulling one of the levers. You realize that's that kind of that ka-chunk sound as he pulls the lever. Steam hisses off of one of the green tubes that's in the room, and it kind of like mixes with something else and stirs and then settles again. I don't think that was it. I think perhaps the mechanism itself is damaged. And the bad Hadron in the back is like, yeah, maybe.
I think our
He'll die first.
It was a pretty good Tucker, right?
It's a pretty good Tucker.
I think our Hadron should take a look at it.
I think I'm gonna aid.
Let me take a look at it.
I want to aid.
As you're walking into the room, Tavam, and these guys are kind of like taking a look at the stuff. You guys go ahead and make your rolls.
What am I rolling? Crafting or?
Yeah, do a crafting check. That presence kind of comes back stronger. Wowza. Okay, so 34 total, right? Yeah. That presence. Do what now?
I want to join in.
Get in on that.
Are you
Get in
trying
on
to
that.
get rid of all of your good rolls before we fight?
They could have
He
been
was-
bad rolls.
He was
too.
hoping
We
to
don't
burn
know.
a bad one, you know.
That makes sense. Okay.
But yeah, Tavam, you feel that presence again, and you see that little, almost kind of waves into existence, that ghostly form of Movat, and he's looking at the guy in the corner. And as you take another look, you're like, is that my body? Or is that Movat's body? You're not really sure. And you hear him almost like, it's once again like he's not looking at you. He almost doesn't even seem to be aware that you can see him. Almost to himself, he's like, wonder if I could take that body.
Okay.
And he kind of like starts looking around, and he sees you looking at him. Oh, hey, brother.
Are
You wanna
we
give
the
me that
bad
body?
guys? Are we the clone?
I mean,
No, I think we're the originals. Sorry, we don't have numbers,
um,
and we're still us.
and I'm gonna kind of just, I'm aware of my surroundings. I'm gonna kind of say, "Ow."
I don't. There are magics I've heard of, deals that can be made with. I mean, you made one. Just make another one. Ask him for help.
What deal did I make? I don't even remember what deal I made
How do you not remember?
because I've lost 2 years of time.
You lost 2 years of time. What do you mean?
Like, I have no memory for 2 years, or at least a year and a half, from the time that we left.
The place.
That the place up north where we were from, not Abydos, near. God,
You're talking about Vire?
yeah, from the time we left Vire until we showed up here and got our memories back. It was a good close to 2 years just gone. What deal did I make?
I don't know the details of it myself. I just know that you made it with Garyon, I think his name is. Serpent.
Carry on the serpent.
He spells it for me.
Was it? I'm gonna say, carry on. What deal did we make?
You don't hear any response.
Carry on. I'd like to make another deal.
You don't hear any response.
I don't know how this will work.
Maybe just capture it. Knock it unconscious. Tie it up and take it with you.
We'll
You
have
could
to
bring
see.
me back.
I'll have to see how things play out. But I will make every effort.
Don't leave me behind, Taven.
Try not to leave you behind.
And while you're kind of having this, Hadron and Wesley and Svalder walk over to these machines, and Hadron is like, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep, that thing is gonna be fine.
He smacks it a couple of times, flips a few levers, and
Flex tape.
put some flex tape on it. Bam! It stops leaking.
Bam.
Ah, that was the problem. And the tank, like the color changes, like from the bottom up, from a green color into just like a clear tank of some sort of neutral fluid. And you can see like there's piping all along the wall, and it looks like these pipes, this like connects into a pipe that goes back into the wall and presumably connects to other parts of this this area.
I look at the other one and I'm like, and that's why you're number 3.
We're not supposed to fight amongst ourselves. Anyways, you'll need to go tell the captain that it's done.
Captain.
Yeah, go tell the captain it's done. What are you guys doing?
All right, we're going. Damn. Number 3, calm down.
Really leaving?
I've left. I'm gonna go see this Captain Wesley.
Or is it Captain
Well, I know
Frostpan?
Captain, yeah,
Well-
but Captain Wesley wasn't in that room.
Yeah, that's what I was
True.
thinking.
That's true.
Are you guys, is everybody gonna walk out? I see Svalder and Hat lingering.
And if Wesley comes through the door, I'll close the door behind us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to go grab the gems?
I mean, I think it'll
Not
probably
yet.
only slow them down if they're trying to get out. But
They probably have a way to get out anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but do you have the gems though?
not yet.
We can come back for them.
No, I'm saying you would have the gems. Do you have the gems? Would have the.
When we get in
Well-
here, I'm gonna say, "What the fuck was that?"
Those
Whatever-
powerful,
whatever-
at least 3rd level illusion work here.
Whatever it was, you handled it very well, Taven.
There's still goopy smoke lingering up here.
You don't feel the same feeling of sickness as you get close to the door. There is like, you do notice it is hotter as you get closer to this room, but the sickness feeling is gone.
I do like perception to see what might have changed. I'm assuming what was done in the other room fixed whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, you basically, you can see that little green smoke that was coming up before is not coming out of the door anymore.
So we
I'll
have
just
two
let
options.
everyone know that that shit is fixed.
How do you guys want to proceed? Are we
I
gonna go
open the
find
door.
the?
Is
All
it
right.
locked?
I'm gonna
This
make
one
a
is,
little
yeah.
like we're gonna kill him.
I'll assist.
Used to be me.
Hadron critically assists this thievery check. Hadron, you should just pop these locks, bro. Jesus.
It's
That's
classic.
what he meant to roll. He said he was rolling to fix it to open it.
Yeah, I was gonna assist, but he doesn't need my help.
Let's go ahead and get that main roll.
I agree with her. We should take this captain out.
This acting.
Acting captain.
26. The lock pops open. And you see a door in front of you, and then it curves to the left.
Too many choices.
Wow,
Ooh.
that's so similar to me. Wait, what?
Curve, a door to the north and a curve to the left.
All
What
right,
do you
hear
guys
anything
do?
at this door?
Roll me a hot check. You don't hear anything. You can tell there's nothing in the room immediately beyond this one, but you do hear a sound coming from a room that would be further away. Maybe 2 rooms deep. There's something in here.
What? He checked this one?
Yeah, I checked this one.
Oh, my bad. No, you hear a humming sound.
That one?
Not like a people humming, like an energy humming. Here, yeah. So
A
now you
humming.
guys know what's in both of them.
Does it sound like Wololo or?
The humming?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Well, do we want to go search the one to the
You
north?
guys are just going both ways at the same time.
I keep going back to the door.
I
to
mean,
see if
some
anyone's coming
do
this
go
way.
both ways.
We're
Damn
just
it.
everywhere all at once.
That's
Yeah,
right.
everything everywhere all at once. I didn't open that door. I didn't
Uh-oh.
touch that door.
Who did it?
I didn't
It was
do it.
not me.
As you open the door, you
I
die.
didn't.
You look inside and you see 4 large purple crystals
Damn it, Tucker.
resonating
Not
with
even Tucker.
magical energy. And you can see like these big beams of purple energy kind of come together in the center of the room and then conjoin and like shoot up into the ceiling and through.
Close the door.
I just want to say,
I'm good.
Yeah, close the door, please. Please.
Yep, everything seems fine here.
Just like,
Does that
no.
seem like a automated process or like?
What do you mean automated? Hmm?
So they went up into the room, like into the beams.
Yeah, the beams like go up through the ceiling of whatever this is, and it looks like there's basically a gem of some kind there right in the ceiling where it hits, and then it seems to maybe you think it's basically powering that gem, or maybe that gem powers something or something.
Can I get
Wanna poke it with
I want to do a
It's a-
recall knowledge check based on what I saw or
I
can
want to do a
see.
shut the door check.
You succeed.
The door is shut.
And I'm going to go ahead and burn another scholarly recollection.
Okay.
Leaning towards probably Arcana.
Okay. Okay. It looks like, I mean, this you think is probably a complicated and powerful magical construct that is powering the purple shield that you saw earlier. It probably could be disrupted if you wanted to by moving the crystals, though it could be dangerous.
Oh, to what benefit?
Got
Yeah.
enough problems to ruin.
Yeah, I think we come.
We
We
back
know how
to
much
this.
problems we cause.
We still have a captain to kill, too.
The
Another.
captain to confront, yes.
We have another captain to come across.
Yeah. We'll come back to that.
Smartest.
Are you sure?
You see
Yes,
a door.
We're still
to the
alive.
north and a door to the east.
Room worth noting.
Looks like I missed a wall there.
you did miss a wall there. Let me just
Oh.
go ahead and move my character there. Okay, all right.
Oops.
What happened?
There was a missing
Oh.
wall right here.
I see, so
You
Did
can
I-
see through.
Gotcha. I thought somebody opened the door.
Yeah, do you want to open that door or not?
I want a perception listen at the door.
Okay. You hear the sound of someone rifling through papers inside.
I mean,
It's got to be here.
got to be here.
You hear them
Did I recognize the voice?
It was low. Rough.
Before we go through there, I'd like to check this.
It's unlocked.
Locked.
It's unlocked.
So I couldn't recognize the voice. Yeah, let's open the door. I mean, if either it's going to be the fake Wesley that we want to confront, or it's just somebody else.
I thought we killed the fake West.
We killed one of the fake Wesleys.
We
Could
killed
be many.
a fake West.
Actually, I want to.
Numbers.
Do I recall whether or not the fake Wesley we killed had any marks on his shoulder?
He did not.
He did not.
Oh, so he.
Fake.
The real fake Wesley.
It was the template mold.
No, I was a template. Oh,
Do we know that for sure?
no.
You guys want me to open the door?
Open the door.
Oh,
That doesn't look like me.
That's
That
our
dude.
captain.
That's
That
our
dude.
captain.
That's our captain.
That
As
dude is
you
ugly.
open the door, you see a figure turns around. You see his strong orcish features, his left hand sheathed in that pale blue ice that it always is. And as he sees you, he says, "Oh, boys, you did come. I'm so impressed that you've made it."
Does he say it just like that too?
Mm-hmm.
Going on here, Captain?
Can I do a quick recall knowledge check to look for any inconsistencies or anything like that in his mannerisms?
He, as you're looking and as you say that, Tavam, he kind of turns and from a
Nice.
baldric on his back, he pulls out this really long bastard sword and he takes a step in your direction
Oh,
and he says, from what I've heard, you guys have gotten loose from the chain. I'll need to reattach it. This could be painful.
Gosh.
And he goes into a combat stance. And that's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
but wouldn't that be removing us from the chain entirely? Not reattaching.
So Captain Frozenhand planned us getting sucked into that fucking tidal whirlpool.
Is
Bring
this
us
really Captain
here.
Frozen Hand? Like in my head, I'm going like,
Yeah.
this is the actual Captain Frozen Hand.
Does he have
We
any
got
numbers
played
on
somewhere
him?
along the line.
I rolled a 30 on my society check.
Hey, just so we're clear, I said we should not go towards the meeting. You fuckfaces.
I was on board too. I did not go.
The 30 on the society, the creature seems to have the same mannerisms as Frozen Hand. Maybe he's talking a little weird, but you're not sure. It's not that weird. So maybe it's just time, but there's maybe something a little off about like the way that he's talking. The words that he's using seem unusual for what Frozen Hand would have used. Not that Frozen Hand wasn't like, I mean, he was fairly educated as far as pirate captains go, but he's talking a little bit fancy, I guess. But maybe that's just because he hasn't been at the helm of a ship for a while.
That doesn't sound like him.
I mean, but obviously, when we were serving under him, how often did we talk to him and actually hear him talk? We were
Exactly.
more deckhands and crewmates at that point. We weren't the
Yeah,
Well, what do we know of anything?
Officers we are now.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't we name ourselves officers, by the way?
After he
I mean,
Just by default.
When you
We've
own the
learned
ship.
We've learned a lot in the last month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a captain, it's my right to name officers.
That's right.
I think
And as the person who owns this ship, it's my right to name myself captain.
Right.
that's true. There you go.
Stand
No,
down,
no.
captain.
No, you guys name me captain.
That's I was just gonna say. It was a vote. We said that you should.
Okay, so it is going to be 205 experience tonight. Great
Oh.
stuff.
860.
I'm really impressed that you guys managed to not you avoided the combat in the western segment for now.
Well, now we know it's there.
The potential for combat, I guess.
Oh, that.
Oh, I got to go back and get the body, so we're still fighting that. FYI.
I
We're
mean, we
coming back
know
for
we're
that
going to go
combat.
fight.
Well, I mean, they're impersonating us. I'm taking that impersonal.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
Human, 100%
Okay.
mashing Squared's face in the ground.
I think I could take myself.
Bizarro, hey.
I can
Yeah.
take me.
Yeah.
I would still be able to take.
That
So
would
I
be
said,
interesting
yeah, but I
fighting
said it
myself.
funny. I actually said his name backwards. That's why it sounded weird.
There you go. Yeah. I could tell.
Yeah.
It was good.
I mean, I don't want to call mine backwards because that would be my dead brother.
I know.
All
But
right,
you might be
great
right.
stuff.
Yeah,
Could be.
I might be right. Yeah.
Well, great stuff, everybody. Let's go ahead and end the stream there. Thanks for coming out.
Yep.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks.